blood hunt.
We fucking will.
Blood hunter put your parents in like a couple days a month.
You think you can stop us?
So we're killing a mountain today, right?
That's
We
right.
might.
Kill a whole ass mountain.
We're going to begin walking. We got a really long walk to get there.
Yeah, that mountain ain't gonna get here on its own, am I right?
That's right.
We got a nice 4,000-mile hike.
Stretch all the way, my son. Stretch all the way.
There's no way we can make it any faster.
Give it like 30 million years, and maybe the tectonic plates will move it towards us.
True. Let's just wait this one out, guys. We'll imprison everybody in gemstones so we don't age, and we'll just wait for it to come towards us.
And then when it arrives, we come out. And then they cast Volcano.
We're going to get over there, and they're just going to be building a new, like, home in the mountain. They're just expanding Tharn all over. Oh, it's a war machine. Well, why would we do that? That'd be stupid, wouldn't it?
We're expanding the mountains. The volcanic activity keeps expanding and growing more rock, so giving space for new rock to be filled in by the magma.
Doesn't make any fucking sense.
We also
He's talking about geology. Get him.
No! Ah!
Witch!
No. As the party picks up after many wonderful ambassadorial debates and the consideration of taking Clear Breach and Dimspire into association, Dimspire wanting to be an ally, Clear Breach wanting to be vassalized, there was the realization that some of these matters needed to be delegated on a little bit longer and brought the entirety of the council to bear. Deadweight Boone. It was a curious nature that Marsh Blaze IV would come to represent the king and immediately beg that Still Tide take them under their wing, as well as give them protection. They did not ask much. 2 tanks, or even just a tank and an airship, would suffice, especially to be able to drive off the various amounts of orcs that continue to raid and decimate their populace from time to time. Knowing full well that this would also be an excellent message to let the Afridi know that the North is starting to stand together and protecting each other, as well as that their claim is no more, especially on those who had to pay tithe, and unfortunately were ignored for a number of years. With that no longer being the case, as well as the council coming to the agreement that this would be an excellent demonstration of strength, as well as allowing the group to prove that it's able to protect Clear Breach, and there would be no foothold for the Afridi or fire giants to move into freely. With the agreement that being brought to bear, Theron, Marsh, Wargroup, and Hatmine all decided to go out and have drinks after the decision. Phobos sharing some tinctures and demonstrating that some of those tinctures have extraordinary properties, especially due to the fact that he is able to copy some of those tinctures' effects. Especially knowing full well the halls of alchemy that he is constantly producing new dubious potions and some very potentially world-altering in good ways. Had been purchased by Lemley and a few others in the group, which he had gone off to continue his work. The other ambassador that had taken in, not fully just yet and leaving, but taken Molten Song into the hull of her ship and protection. Rotherham Molten Fist had made sure that the relics that had been returned were appropriately accounted for, as well as the request of the various gems, would be met quietly. There was the small request that, if it came down to it, that Tharnaldur would be uniting its families, and that if Stilltide would stand with them, if need be, during the ambassadorial debate, especially with the return of one of the mightiest relics, the dwarven axe, back to the great halls and holds of Tharnaldur's families. With all of that in mind, everything that has moved forward, plans that have been made safe, as well as training and Poggin and Timberhelm and more that have been brought into the fray. Cloudshore, still on the 50-50 of Jar, is one of the only remaining freeholds. It seems to be a non-threat and constantly busy with the spirits of the forest that continue to wash forth to try and kill them as well. The north seems to be in a tight hold and under your control. Poor Delta and its Goliathkin, eager to continue the fight and prove themselves more, enjoying the afterlife and glorious combat. Alfaraz has been well and brought into the fray, as well as Paguna being half under control. The small islet of Agon, not so much an issue in listening to the majority of Two Fingers Crowley, as well as the other pirate captains that have effectively taken small kingship over the island and benefit as the request of Athlon due to the situation at hand, ignoring Elsraz and obviously continuing their piracy elsewhere westwardly. It's at this time that you have effectively a week before Molfist leaves in the request of anything else that had come to your mind, gems, golems, and more. You know that the siege craft that they would be effectively making would be happily sent as payment along with the gems that they can provide easily.
What kind of golems are they even talking about? Are they talking about like the ones that Daedalus used to have? Do they just have those?
Those in particular would be inactive, but especially if asking her an inquiry, they do have some soldiers of breath still in reserve, but they are not to be used due to the danger that they know that they possess.
Yeah, I wouldn't suggest using them in this.
Yeah, an unbounded rage that is usually not easy to control unless you are a worshipper of Beta specifically. The other ones that they would recommend that they have is obsidian golems that they have made, strong from the volcanic rock itself, as well as what is a small mixture of some steel and adamantine golems that they have to spare.
You're telling me they have a spare golems? I'm
Yes.
kind of scared how many golems they have lying around. They're like, oh, do you just want some extra golems? We have a few.
You know full well that these had been used initially and originally, probably in the war, as well as siege crafting against the elves long ago. Whether or not they are one of those older golems, or maybe something new in machination that had been created, remains to be seen.
I suppose we wouldn't say no to additional help. Golems are good.
Wrench agrees.
Wrenchen has 0 intelligence.
Just your
Wrench is
golem.
capable of even holding an opinion.
How'd you do that?
Plus, he holds an opinion. He holds whatever opinion you have, and tell him.
That's
to
true.
have.
That's why I put the thumbs up.
Wrench You need to form a political campaign for me.
So, is Molten Fist gonna take like 10 years to get back to Thornildor?
Yeah, I kind of felt like I sort of just wanted to teleport them back, but I also feel like that's kind of a giant risk.
They came on a ship.
Yeah.
Guess what?
It's our ship now.
The ship took multiple months to get here.
It is true.
And as an out-of-character statement, reminder, we could have had the engine done within the next 2 months if we had the materials. And theoretically the manpower.
That's what I mean. Is she gonna send a word ahead of her to?
He already did.
Yeah, because I was thinking, if they have 1 jillion golems, send them that way.
We need to send them that way.
Well, first they would have to win
help
the
us-
housing of the Tharnother families.
Yeah, but like, we could get them to help us kill the fire giants. 'Cause
I don't know
feel
what their
like we
properties
need-
are.
we
Mine's
need
an
to
iron
back
gold.
Nina.
They got like steel and adamantine and yeah, we should probably help Nina. That is a good point. If we can fix Nina's problem, then Nina can help us with everything else.
Yeah, I genuinely think if we help them get rid of these fire giants, they can help us deal with this fucking walking mountain.
Or we deal with the Walking Mountain. Either way, the Walking Mountain's also going to be a problem for them eventually. Because I'm sure it's going right into here because they want to get rid of the elves as fast as possible.
Yeah, probably.
What?
If I was them, if I was them, I'd want the elves dead immediately. I'd be like, this is really bad. I don't know what they've got, but they're back somehow.
Yeah, your giant magical barrier's not doing anything against a mountain falling over on you.
If Star Wars: The Phantom Menace has taught me anything, you can just walk through the energy barrier.
Mm.
Just gonna do it slowly.
What is this fucking dude?
Yes.
Yeah. One sec, drawing my laser pistol to cause a nuclear explosion.
You can't shoot
Imagine-
a hole in the center of Mars.
What?
Imagine trying to move a whole mountain slowly through the energy barrier.
Imagine trying to move a whole mountain. Regardless, does anybody have any other suggestions for anything we need currently?
Particularly?
Bobo's in the background.
Mega Banshee.
Oh shit.
Mega Bench.
I'm not dealing with any more undead. You've done enough.
Go
Classic
fight the
Mega
Mega Banshee. The other one with Gazemire went so well.
The one in Gazemire technically went well. I think we should probably go help Nina. Saren is probably right. It's a good idea.
Yeah, we've just like spent the last session being like, we're gonna help our allies clear breach. We're gonna help our allies. Meanwhile, our biggest ally, yeah, we've been fighting fire giants for 3 fucking months over here.
Well, they have a Nina. I don't know. Nina's kind of like
They
a
have
master
a
help.
Nina.
they do have a Nina.
Uh-huh.
They have a Nina class entity.
She is absurdly strong. Like,
But also, I'm imagining it 90% of her abilities are I throw fire at you. And the fire giant's like, ha 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 ha.
That's cute.
well, that really sounds like she should have diversified her portfolio. Maybe learn a
Mega
nice
Nina.
spell.
Hey, I don't see you turning yourself into a sun in a negative energy void.
Yeah, I'm doing other things. I've diversified my portfolio.
If
It's
we're
already
gonna go
good.
do fire giants, is there any help we could send Clear Breach?
Well, they said they just
Works.
wanted an airship or tanks. We could probably arrange that, right?
Yeah, we'll just get some delivered.
It's in pooping. I mean, looping.
So that he can die.
I'm sending you one of my children.
If they
Give
die,
him a
I'm-
hero's death.
you get a message back. Your son died on the way here. What? An earthquake happened and a magma fissure ate his tank when you were.
Whoopsie.
That doesn't happen when they're off screen. He's
See,
safe.
the
To be fair,
plagues of
we
Egypt.
need to send a squad to go set up like teleport circles there anyway, so they can go in
No.
a tank or an airship.
I'm gonna send Lupin like Faramir was sent to Osgiliath.
Yes. Go, my favorite son. Slow them down.
Yep.
No, go die for your
My
kingdom.
favorite son.
I love you, my second son. Why do you keep specifically call me your second son?
You could just say son.
You're doing your best, but I think you should really take some more pointers from Boromir.
Go, my
Your
second
Kuno
most
brother.
important son.
Go, my
Remember,
most
did you take out that
expendable
life
son.
insurance, my favorite second son?
Wait, hold on. You can't leave yet. You didn't sign the contract.
It's funny, I have no idea if Lupin is even younger than Keed, but we hang out with Keed more, so...
Yeah, fuck Lupin.
I sent Lupin away to go that way when the,
Well, send
when
him
the
this
takeover
way.
happened. Yeah, I'm sure he somebody told him to come back once we took back.
Yeah,
the city.
that was like months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was ages ago. So I'm sure he's here now, and now
Him and
At some point.
Ballman went to
my
Red
most
Side.
trusted boy over to Clear Reach.
Oh, yeah, also, other important thing. I will draft up the agreement between us and Dimspire for a mutual defense agreement
Oh yeah,
and
that,
alliance. I forgot about that until just now.
That is true. That contract has to be.
But only if they teach us how to make it rain swords.
I'm pretty sure that was them effing with the cube.
I mean, they 100% did do that by mistake, but yes, it was actually raining swords by Dimspar.
Yeah, I remember.
We did a fucky wucky while experimenting.
I appreciate
It's
that
weird.
it's like, oh yeah, we're chilling fine. I look at the W roll in the D100 system, and it's like, oh no, actually
Yeah.
happened.
I find it very strange that they expected me to or us to just ask for the cube back. It's like we sold that to them. Why would we ask for it back?
People are fucking weird. They don't know.
It would be really weird to sell somebody something for that
It's-
much money and turn around and be like, "We need that back, by the way."
It's almost like they know we are building something that requires a massive power source.
I mean, it's entirely possible because all it would take is a single informant to be kind of weirded out that we're ordering like 250 like magical area dampeners and I assume the giant anchor I constructed was on the down low, but that also might have gotten out through one of the people I was using to help me build it. And it's like, why are they building all this strange equipment?
Yeah. The magical dampening suits are pretty fucking weird already.
Like those have very limited uses. And I was like, yeah, I need 250 of these. Like, why? Reasons.
Just feel like it.
Don't worry about it.
Teehee.
Never mind the fact, who the fuck asks for 250 magic dampening suits?
Who the fuck started a conversation like that? I just shut down.
Yeah, for
All right, so I will draft up the agreement. I will present it to Dimspire's ambassador. I'm not trying to, f with them in any way. It's just standard. You come to our aid, we come to yours. We'll form an alliance in mutual interests against the Afridi.
fuck somebody's wife. Got it.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, Molten Fist didn't have any suggestions on what we do with the Sultana, did she?
I don't think we asked.
I don't think we did.
I don't think she. Yeah, I don't think that came up, and I don't think she even knows you have the Sultana.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure their jaw would hit the floor if we told them we just casually have a Sultana in custody.
I think we told them that Molten Song there, right?
Molten
Yeah,
Song was a
They took Molten Song with them.
Okay.
yeah, that was a different
Molten
story
Song-
because that man is.
I think
awful.
Molten Song knows we have the Sultana.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was in. No, wait.
He was not in
this
this
area.
fight, but
He might know.
I feel like we mentioned that while he was in custody right in front of us.
Yeah, that's like saying I have King Arthur in custody. Would you really believe me? It's like it
If
doesn't
you just
sound
took my
believable.
city with like 5 guys, I might believe you,
Yeah, I mean, we took over a whole fucking city that once was thought to be untakeable.
Get through a fuckload of undermining and a whole lot of fucking warfare.
So I
And
think
do a
he's
whole-
probably going to believe us. Also, the fact that she has never returned.
Well, I'm sure the Afridi know, because they're probably like, hey, where did our Sultana go?
Yeah.
They probably casted Sending on her at some point, unless the anti-magic spell prevents that.
Yeah, it would prevent that.
Oh, okay.
They basically made a prison that's supposed to trap a djinn. You think any form short of stopping all magic is going to...
Alright, so, of all of the gemstones they listed out, what other ones do we still need to get that they probably can't get for us? Because I remember they threw out an entire list, and I was slightly confused when they were throwing it out, and it only came out once. You
Repost
mentioned
the
it was
list
mostly
real quick,
volcanic
friggin'.
minerals they'd be able to get.
Yeah, because
No, I have the list of the gemstones, but they listed like we could get like the volcanic ones, but not all of them, basically.
Yeah. The, trying to remember what was listed. That would be the emerald, the diamond, as well as, who others that she listed? I'm trying to remember.
Ruby, maybe.
Yeah.
We got emerald, potentially diamond, potentially ruby, potentially. And we need the other four. Actually, no. Sapphire isn't a volcanic gemstone. It's resist. I learned the other day that sapphire is extremely resistant to heat. I had never known that.
Yes, and that rubies are offset sapphires.
It was never something I'd given any form of thought to. I was just like, oh, gemstones are mostly the same composition. There's slightly different lattices. No, sapphire is extremely resistant to heat, like to an insane degree.
Mm-hmm.
5 degrees.
That's why I love my gemology. 9 degrees.
So we still need a lot of different stones.
Domdor exists.
Yep.
We could in fact just try to go shopping.
Yeah.
I just assumed it'd be easier with all of our resources, but that's probably a bit foolish. I guess I didn't ask Calro about these gemstones.
Yeah, let's give Cairo like 1,000,000 gold and tell him we trust it. Go buy us some gems.
We might just have some more in his vault. We can pay for these. Like we can't. We have the entire city treasury behind us. Don't worry, once we have the engine, we can just print money.
I'd like to turn all of the Ruby Fortress into gold.
All the rare fossils and gemstones he had.
I mean, yeah, I was in his vault. I'm sure I probably saw some really impressive pieces.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Ven stole a gem from Vina that I'm pretty sure was his, and it was worth like 40 grand.
Well, Ven got a retirement plan.
That was ages ago. Like, what's she got on her second floor? Oh, just a museum full of shit? Yo, is that a giant ass gem? Give me that.
Give me that.
The hell is that?
All right, so 2 things on our list. We need to go shopping, probably in Gondor. We can ask Calro for some of these, and we should probably go help Nina. Anybody else have any other suggestions?
No, I think we need to get a full situation report from Nina. See if we actually need to bring soldiers or something we can handle on our own.
Well, it's a lot of fire giants. I don't think that'll be something regular soldiers are going to be that good at.
Yeah, but we might need more than just like 5 people. Unless there's a very obvious way we can solve it.
I would think that diplomacy might be almost a solution. They're being used by the Afridi. But I suppose that would require us to potentially submit ourselves to being put in a very bad situation.
My face when my friends suggest diplomacy instead of murder.
Is that big for Alan?
Please, I need to kill.
You're like a death knight. Your murder lust is rising. You have to kill something now.
Please,
I'm
invent
thinking
a
we kill the
diplomacy
king of the
complex.
giants and we become the king of the giants.
Of course.
Oh,
Let's
I
just
like
do
that.
that to every problem we
Oh,
can.
there's a cautionary tale from a different robot era.
Well, that one was you killed the guy sitting on the god chair and you sat on the god chair.
Yeah.
One of us is
You
going to have to sit on the king giant chair for the rest of their
Yeah, you sat down on the Giants Fox News chair, and therefore you became their leader. All right, so I assume we arranged for a little bit of aid to be sent to Clear Breach.
Yep. Send someone who can make a teleport circle.
Someone's gonna make a teleport circle, some tanks. The airship's probably actually a better idea because the airship would also carry everybody safely there.
I mean, the airship can carry the important guy there first, but I think we should send a couple tanks.
Yeah.
Maybe hole in some big cannons and shit to put on the walls to keep the orcs out.
Yeah, those
Can we
filthy
make them
orcs.
pay for it?
Send someone out to reincarnate sport.
We could. You really messed up. Like, oh boy, I remember you just buried your friend again after they were possessed. Oh, we resurrect them. We have the power.
Brought him back again. We couldn't figure out how to uncurse him though, so he's still evil.
You have a second chance to be evil.
But this time you're a horse. What the?
Are we ready to go to the middle of the desert? Anybody else have anything they want to do?
Ready?
So go.
Okay.
Mario.
Let's go.
You go.
Boom.
Is that what it sounds like?
No, I just felt like saying that. Teleport.
Mama. There's that looping down here as well.
How did the diplomat get to Still Tide?
I'm just marking
Take
where
a-
he is.
Did he take a car or did he take an airship?
With that, he had a dwarf wagon.
Oh, man loves risking his life.
Those things are so safe.
Yeah.
They were barely safe for us, and we could defend ourselves.
What up, long man? The dwarven quad wagon comes in.
On the way, he found a really cool looking fiery motorbike. They became
Dwarf,
best
like-
friends.
We keep ignoring the problem that motorbike that we released. I assume at this point it's fallen into a ditch and it's just stuck.
It was following us when we triggered those 2 earthquakes.
It's like,
Someone's gonna pull that thing. Someone in the far future, when the land is restored, is gonna like dig up this one spot that's kind of like dead. They'll find the horrible bike, and lo and behold, new Ghost Rider is born.
New Ghost Rider amongst the corpses of 500 dead children who found the bike before, but it killed them.
They were not strong enough to claim the bike.
You must be strong enough to claim it.
But yes, the Clear Reach Kingdom only had the equivalent of quad wagons and a few other things. They did not have a lot to extend towards the ambassador's travel.
Yeah, I'd assume airships would be too important because if you did have an airship, you'd probably be using it for scouting.
If they had an airship, they wouldn't be begging for one.
Yeah. Well, we make sure to send him back on that so he doesn't, get kidnapped on the road or something.
Yeah. Halfway there, the orcs suddenly intercept the fucking Luther Marshmallow. Ah! Comes an immediate sense of urgency because he has the fucking vassalization document that goes with Clearbridge.
All right. We appear. That was
We're
the
back.
telephone nickname. Bloop,
Yeah,
bloop,
but whoop.
bloop, whoop. Boop, 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 boop. Another portal noise.
So, as you arrive at Moronon, you would see that the city has become very prosperous. Many of the areas have been fully refurbished to the beautiful lush greenery, growing quite nicely. You would immediately take notice that for some of the fields that have been excavated, it's very clear that the defense towers that they have had built up, they have at least been able to reactivate 3 more in the time of the months that you had been away. So, a month for each tower, refurbishing and making themselves ready for extra attacks. Orc landing. As they travel the spiral, like across there. You would see a number of the other elves who keep watching guard immediately welcoming you. Is there urgent matters, or are you just visiting Lords and Makers?
We have come here to assist Lady Nina with her problems, if we can.
I'm sure she'd be ecstatic to hear that. I'll show you the way. As he will gesture for you to follow. Once again, finding what seems to be effectively the town hall thing that others have come to stay here as well. The few that have been allowed through. You see Nina discussing matters with other elves and what seems to be a few other dwarvish-looking fellows surrounding Darthrin. Seems to be maybe upon his recommendation. Yes, dwarf.
Doors.
Dwarf.
Raggy.
In my elven city?
No. No. Where is the wagon? Where is the wagon, Josh?
The dead dwarf wagon. We repurposed it.
You can
elves
see
would use a wagon.
illusions, so you just see the whole ground is the wagon. The entire city.
No,
Dead elf
the elves would
wagon is
use
where
the
the heart
dead.
is.
No, the elves would use the dead dwarf carriage.
It's true.
They have slightly more class. They throw them into an enclosed space.
No.
They don't want to look at them.
They've renamed Nina's city. It is now Dead Elf City.
It's just dwarven letters. Like, oh, what does that mean in dwarven? Nothing. Nothing.
It's live long and get fucked or something.
What's the name of that weapon? Oh, shot elf killer, if that's what you're asking.
It's Elf Basher, isn't
Elf slaughterer.
Elf mutilator.
That's it. I'm slaughtering elf.
Elf and elf gutter.
it? Elf Gutter. Awesome. So,
Dude, it stopped raining here.
that's right. As she would take notice of your approach, she would immediately go to dismiss the council for the time. Welcome back, my friends. It looks to be good news, since it's the entirety of you.
Well, things have been going well. Dimspire just agreed to ally with us.
I think it's going extremely well for the signs.
But more than that, we came down here because we want to help you with your fire giant problem. If we can.
She would nod to Saren in respect. Well, if you're seeking to help dispatch and dispel them, the few locations that we have would be in the mountain crags to the south. That's where many of the magma fields start to connect with the cliff face. Some of them have been using some of the magma worms to keep the location, but also to make sure that we wouldn't be able to approach any further in our scouting without at least disturbing their pets that they've collected. Not exactly the greatest trained things or creatures, but still nuisances and well-placed guard dogs. She would go to grab a map, setting it down, as you would see that there has been a couple of battle lines drawn. You can tell that expanding out from the 3 fortresses that they have in the walls, they have tried to push up with the barrier itself.
So how are they attacking? Are the fire giants themselves approaching and attempting to assault the barrier? Are they sending their worms to do it?
They've been sending their worms to undermine the barriers in the arcane ruins that we make. We could only go so far down in trying to drive them away, but especially with the difficulty that we have of trying to maintain at least some solidity to the earth that we stand on, we still have to make sure that the fire doesn't just wash over our city as well. So, that's their way of getting around it. Sometimes they get lucky and have been able to deal a devastating blow against some of the wards, get through, push a little. But then we also have been able to push them back in response. Of course, we know these are testing skirmishes before they bring any real great force to bear. That's also why I've been keeping eyes on the other dwarves in Tarnaldur. As you've seen, we have a few other allies that have been keeping whispers. The dwarves at the further reaching outposts is taking interest in bettering their living status other than just dogs to die at the doorstep if somebody were to come kill them.
That is good to hear. We also have good news regarding the Tarnaldur. We might have set in motion someone on our side taking control of the entire city, so...
No, that's excellent to hear.
But that might take a long time. They have to unite the clans together under their banner. I don't know how quick that's going to be.
If I could speed up the diplomacies, I would, but unfortunately things are very stretched here already.
That's why we're here to help, because we probably will need your help in the future, and we would like you to succeed as well. So what would you recommend that we do? You just want us to form a series of assaults on their forces? Do you want us to find someone in particular?
First, I have a question. Are their own fortresses built resistant to magma worms?
Some of them, but that's mostly dealing with the metal plates that they work with, black iron, deep from the earth. The worms themselves don't really eat it or pay attention to it, as it seems that the fire giants have very wisely mixed in the chitin from the worms themselves, so the scent is driving them away from it. That's how we've
You
been
tried
able.
doing that yourselves?
Well, that's how we've been able to keep them away for some of it, but not all our infrastructure is worm-proof yet. Doing the technique that the giants do still require an intense amount of heat and actual magma, along with worm carcasses.
They're saying it'd be pretty difficult to get their poorly tamed worms to attack their city.
Effectively, they at least seem to have had the intelligence to find a way to ward them off from their own use.
What were you thinking, Saren?
Oh, well. My first idea upon mention of them having pet magma worms that are poorly trained was to let them loose in their own fortresses. It would be a pretty permanent solution, but it sounds like they already thought of that.
How do you train a magma worm?
Not very well, apparently.
It's clearly. Maybe they're just very hard to train.
Yeah, nonetheless, they are still beasts. I know they may not be the most intelligent, but they can probably still follow patterns and learn from them.
You think you could take over one's mind? Would one be enough to inflict serious damage?
Immensely. The fact that
I probably could do it to one.
What if we find one really big one?
wish you the best, and if you can find one really big one, I very much recommend towards the larger open magma pools. Be ready for the intense heat to follow.
Wembley, didn't you get eaten by a magma worm? Or was that a different worm?
I remember a worm.
Or am I misremembering? Did somebody else get eaten by a worm?
No, it was definitely Wembley. Speaking of magma, how fire resistant is everyone?
Moderately.
Moderately as well.
I'm fire immune, actually.
Moderately.
Alright.
But I can make it immunity for a short time.
Because if we're going for this, this is the first idea I've thought of, but if we're going to try to capture a magma worm, then we've got to be bare minimum resistant.
Well, the other important thing to keep in mind is that you can't control something's mind forever. We would have to be close enough to something to use the worm to inflict damage upon. I don't know how fast they are. I'd assume they are reasonably fast.
Oh, you got chased by one before when you were in a car.
I do remember
we needed
that.
the car to get away.
And the car's how fast? Sure, so the quad wagon probably had stats for speed.
It was like 90 feet or something.
Mm-hmm. And it chased you for quite a bit.
Quad wagon has a speed of 70. So pretty fast considering that it also doesn't have to take breaks or anything.
Well, if we're
Also-
going to go with this plan, we need something that can lure it as close as possible before we take over its mind.
Or we could just do it repeatedly.
How many times can you do it?
As many times in a row as we want.
Oh, so there really isn't a distance needed.
Well, each time that we did it, there is a chance that it resists and flees or tries to eat us.
Fair. I can fly.
I also can fly. I'm not particularly worried about it eating me. I can also just teleport out of it.
I know Lucille can fly. Sort of just looks at Wembley and I want to say Annette fucking Athlon. Can either of you fly?
Oh,
For a time.
don't know where you got the idea that halflings can fly.
I can fly.
Possibly throwing you.
You're gonna have to toss
Actually,
me.
to be fair, I might be able to carry you, but that'll probably slow us down. I'm just thinking it will be much safer if we, are not touching the ground that the worm is on.
Would be recommended. It does seem to at least follow the sense of sound at most.
I don't really have an easy solution for your inability to fly. I was going to go get an airship and fly down here.
We wouldn't really be worried about airships over here, but surprised his sister hasn't blessed you with such things. But there's also boots and potions. Surprised that none
I
of
suppose
you
we.
have purchased any.
We've been very, very busy as of late, but I suppose you are right. It's a good idea.
No, flight is always a heavy swinger in combat. No.
Yeah, your sister sort of gave me the idea after we had to fight a giant floating eyeball.
I did hear about that, but that's also where some of our resources have gone. I've had to seek help elsewhere on keeping defenses high.
So these orange marks on the map are their forces?
Forward fortifications, yes.
Okay.
Nothing entirely special, but still forts and black iron metal they've been able to place down keeps the worms from harassing them.
This tower hasn't been deterring them?
That tower has been deterring them just fine. It's just still intermittent. Been trying to repair everything that we can.
So I'm thinking at the very least if we destroy one of their home bases, then some of their forces might have to give up. Let's see what
I
sort of
don't know.
reaction it has.
I don't know what fire giant mentality is like, but I'd assume that a crippling loss would hinder their want to attack.
Gotta be getting supplies from somewhere.
I would assume they're getting them from Tharnal Tour. Overall.
That's pretty far.
Gosh, don't
Well,
I have
probably.
a soul coin from Tharnaldur?
You do?
What?
Was this relevant?
Huh?
I'm just thinking. I recall that I have a Tharnaldur coin that was also described to me as a soul coin. It just kind of popped into my head.
They use soul coins for currency. We need to raise that place. That's raised with a Z.
I don't think it was the original Tharnaldur residents that did that.
Yeah, and fruit of the poisoned tree. Rip it out.
The soul coin itself for the Eternal would definitely be of the timeline of when the Soldiers of Breath had been active.
Back in the Betalist days.
Especially for the fact that Baelus himself dealt in souls. yeah, people would be pretty animate still to have that coin. Not only a relic, even though unfortunately it's somebody's soul, it's still a pricey piece of currency from there.
And the fuck
It's
did
a-
Brew get that?
It's a piece of antique currency, and has a human soul. Well, somebody's soul on it, not a human.
Humanoid soul.
800-year-old human soul.
Imagine getting stuck in that coin for this long.
He finally opened it.
That's-
It's
that's
a
some
fucking
value
elf
right there.
that's in his
Best I can do is 5 gold.
battle. I don't know what soul's in there.
I'm gonna get my buddy down here. He's an expert on soul coins.
Could be a dog soul. Alright, well. This is just one idea. Any other ideas?
Well, the other would be, I have good favor, but I would not expect a suicide march just killing one of the leaders from the 3 boroughs. Of course,
I mean,
I
how
assume
suicidal is that?
The bros are these points, I'd assume.
yes, they would be heading straight into the kingdom's underground, which our scouts have not been able to penetrate, obviously due to the situation we have.
Hmm. And I still think a giant worm could be a great distraction if we're gonna go assassinate somebody.
Where would you get this giant worm?
Yeah.
Or direct it?
There might be one in the magma pools. Was our initial
Nina suggested
suggestion.
a
Yes.
location, right?
Probably finding one of the larger magma pools because they still preside there, and noise definitely still attracts them. So, any form of
I can't believe a whole campaign later, now the giant worm's out.
You were a whole continent away from Grace's.
You feel it in my old character's bones, like this saddle will come in handy at some point. It'll come in handy at some point.
That saddle taking up like
Jeez.
80 of your 100 inventory slots.
You've been holding on to that desperately, throwing away all these other items. Like, yes, finally, I'll be able to ride a worm. The day never comes. Us. Hey, is that a giant worm in the distance?
Me settles for giant spider that I fucking resurrected with thorns, and everyone's like, "Kill that thing now, motherfucker!"
Just-
resurrected with
It's a giant
Zymon's power.
spider and it's possessed with thorns. That's freaky.
And we let you keep it out of town, but we literally walked into like a normal human town. It was like, yeah, look, we can't let the Simon demon in the town.
There's some strong-willed town guards to tell us no when they saw that. I'd be terrified that thing was just gonna eat.
That man
You
was
just,
shitting his pants.
you look those guards in the eyes. You see them eyeing your mount. You just, "Don't be a fucking hero."
You put a sign around the spider's neck that says "I eat uppity town guards."
I don't like being told no.
The spider's name is Cupcake, and everybody's like, "Stay away."
Galaxy Destroyer, and it's the sweetest thing you've ever seen.
Planner Destroyer.
I will say,
I think the worm.
the worm saddle. There was a worm within the spire of Shovel Tower before it got detonated.
Motherfucker!
I'm pretty sure you hinted that there was a worm, and we just didn't. We never bothered.
Yeah,
I sort of
nobody
remember that.
pursued it. It's just like,
I wanted the worm. No one else did.
Saying nobody pursued it, like any of us could benefit. Other than
Jesse.
worm.
We value our lives.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not. It's not like 3 of us just died like one session early. Like, we were a little fucked up.
Hey, now, come on. You can't complain until you're in the center of a massive dick fuck contest explosion that Josh triggered with the NPC ally.
have a good day.
Put
Yeah.
these black powder
She's
slimes.
also
and there's
she's
like
very
20 of
smart
them
as well,
around.
by the way. Very smart.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, like mother, like daughter, No one blowing up the entire office in that basement trying to disarm
Josh literally was like, if the trick doesn't work the first time, do it again but bigger, because he did it to me the first time with the electric slimes and I lived.
Mhm.
So he then pulled out the fucking black powder slimes like, I'm gonna firebolt that one. You
That was
fucking
just-
bitch! Instantly killed me too after I put the cursed armor on. Hadn't had it on for like a day.
It was, my built-up karmatic comeuppance for all the fucking powder kegs that you and fucking Nick have brought into multiple campaigns.
It's all Nick. I just set him off.
That's true. Kyron
I
did
am-
survive.
I am the
Dave-
Powder King.
Fucking
Speaking of Josh, where can I buy some gunpowder?
yo, motherfucker. It doesn't exist here.
You do
No.
have
Created
a
this
fortress to
fucking
explode.
100-kilogram barrel of black powder. Yes, my little tiefling companion, go in place and set it off.
You
Yeah,
were the
yeah.
one that decided to do it like that.
Yeah, I thought it was really funny.
It was.
Hey, I got to cosplay as Greg and infiltrate the whole base.
Set off a bomb after you befriended like 3 of them.
Like, hey guys, we're such good friends, by the way. Sayonara.
I love the druid that's like, why? How are you upside down? Oh, I inherited these boots from my grandpa. Oh yeah, that makes sense.
That's fucking cool.
Oh man, I wish my grandpa had left me cool shit when he died.
Oh man.
Anyways, does anybody have any better ideas other than the worm? Because I think the worm is actually decent. The only other idea I can think of is a frontal assault, which is what we tend to do a lot.
Stealth.
You know, I could probably
Ugh.
infiltrate and look around.
You are aware of the size difference between yourself and a fire giant, correct?
Yes, but they need to see me.
Okay, that's a different kind of infiltration. I expect you to try to put on a mask and imitate a fire giant.
Tell me that.
Stilts.
I wouldn't be surprised.
You're like a wacky inflatable flailing groove man.
Hey, buddy,
Why
could
are
you
your
pass
arms
me
so
that
rigid,
fucking
brother?
that
fair.
ale? Just put it inside my chest.
I don't think it would be a bad idea for Athlon to find out exactly where the person we need to kill is.
If you feel up to it, that's gonna be better than us just sending a worm at them several times.
Again, if the worm would listen. But yes, I do believe that gathering intelligence before we move on them is far better than random assault.
Yeah, even if it's the obvious, very large building where the... What did you say they were called, Nina? Prince? Emperor? What are we trying to kill?
The Barrow Kings.
Baron King?
Barrow.
Barrow?
Barrow King.
Like a wheelbarrow, but a barrow is a different thing.
Underground.
So I haven't. It would be a good opportunity for me to try out these new boots. As I point out, my boots are elven kind, which make me very advantageous on stealth.
And find out if they have any traps.
As well. Yes, me and my 10 wisdom will find all the traps, primarily by standing on them.
Yes.
Proceeds to start sneaking through that, trapped in a rat trap that was meant for like a dog.
You got stuck in like
Did we have free time again? Did we have
you
free
stuck in a
time
blue.
again?
You got 3 months of downtime before the last session kicked off, so
Yeah, you
Oh
you
my
had
God.
had a lot of time.
I could have done it. I could have done it.
I mean, mark
Your
it off.
training? We did mention that. I think
Yeah,
I already
I'm
told
pretty
you
sure I
that.
did mention it at one point,
Yeah.
but I also don't think
You
I
wanna-
was there for that session either.
You were
Yeah,
not.
weren't.
That's why I
Yeah, you-
literally remember joking that you're gonna get back, and it's like we're gonna have to remind you to fucking goddamn fucking mark down your training and finish out what you wanted to do.
I have done my training. It is fucking done.
Sword balls.
Where- So where would you want to start with your infiltration? Do you just want to start one of their forward outposts?
Well, seeing as we have no information, we can just pick one at random, really.
Well, Nina, have any of your scouts seen any of the Barrow Kings at their forward outposts, or are they all sitting at home?
Of course, we know that they're all sitting at home, but they still have forward outpost leaders. Much more distinctly dressed, which, for regal armor, you would easily be able to pick them out versus the normal black iron. It seems that the embers of fire have been blessed into the very suits that they wear all together.
I don't know much about giants. If we kill their king, are they gonna start a fight for power, or?
Yeah, usually it would be a claim for power. They still need to make sure they know who's effectively being the leader. And with each respective ruler, I would imagine that they would want to quickly try and take claim, especially with the urgency of us being here. But anyone dashing towards the throne would definitely leave it in enough chaos for us to get a better footing again.
I mean, it's probably better if we just try to kill the kings before dealing with any of the assault forces.
I would imagine a number might just rescind from the front lines and go home to make sure that everything else is held into peace.
What are your plans, assuming we manage to push them back? Are you going to push the barrier out further?
Push the barrier out further, reclaim some of the metals so that we can be able to reinforce our home. Effectively, after that, brace for whatever the mountain is planning we do.
We'd like to do something about that, but this is probably more immediately important.
Unfortunately,
I'll be honest, I suggested helping you so that then you could help us with that.
Okay.
You're our closest ally to that problem.
Then we have an agreed issue. The mountain itself, even if it isn't aiming directly for us or something else. Traveling northward can't drop down the entire side of the mountain cliffs, so thankfully it still needs to take its time heading towards the western passages where it drops off into a slope.
You know how they're moving it. I assume they're using some sort of magic.
I haven't been able to see the entirety of it. The elements themselves seem to be guiding the legs forward and driving it further and further.
It has legs?
Yes. It's crawling as if insect would. Hundreds of legs.
That is
Awful.
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 less threatening sounding, but obviously still terrible.
I think the worst is that everything it seems to have left in its wake has been reduced to ground to gravel. Even the ground itself has been torn up, and as far as we can tell, the dwarves following in pursuit are building upon the trail.
Fortifications?
Fortifications, maybe a road. Something to streamline its supplies, maybe.
That is a remarkably smart idea.
Obviously had enough time to plan it, and unfortunately now with our return it seems they have reason to actually use it. As far as we understand though, the top of the mountain did blow off, knowing that it did show volcanic activity. They would have to have extraordinarily powerful elementals in there if it was running off of fire. You just get to the back of the mountain. It's just a train system being built the entire way. A quad train track. They're making a metro straight to the north. Then they're gonna get the long gun built on the train and drive up with a dark iron cannon.
Either way, back to the current problem. I'm going to suggest a different plan. What if instead of offense, you focus more on defense? These towers, if they were at full strength, would the giants even stand a chance at getting to your territory?
Not by a long shot.
We've already cleared out one.
We would need the materials to replace what has been broken inside of them.
Is that achievable if we were to secure the area for you?
Most definitely. If anything, you would have to drive out one force, and that would be about it.
That is a much better idea than just wiping out the Afridi. We could fortify. Yeah.
Reclaim the old defenses. We might have to deal with some crazy entity that we did last time. Nina and her wish battle.
So if there were more elves inside of one of these towers, would they be restored fully to life now? Or would they still be in their strange half-life haze?
They might be at their full health. Unless somehow the magic has kept them alive unnaturally. It still worries me what exactly we would find within. Part of repairing the towers would also be repairing the ley line underneath the castle. Not exactly having the machine, but at least what helps focus them.
It does actually bring me up to another question I haven't had the time to look into personally. Is it possible to move people along the ley lines without a direct ley line connection at one point, if it's just along the path?
So long as you have the route mapped out. You would definitely need something to where they would not be heavily affected by the magic, unless you want lingering results.
No, I was thinking of a safe transportation network for our forces, where it could be managed.
Theoretically, that would work very well. You just need to make sure that you know effectively the tunnel line that you're following. Somebody gets sent somewhere else, you might end up in a dead end with whatever lives down there.
Yes, I have already seen one of the things that live down there up at Gatesma. I do not want to see more. Although it was quite colorful. Regardless, we can look into that later. How do we feel about a tower?
Even if we can complete these towers, will there be enough time for you to make the relevant repairs and get them operational to defend this place?
That's a good question.
And then we also do not know what we will be facing regardless. The things could be far easier, they could be far more complicated than the last one we had to clear.
Perhaps we should push back the fire giants and then fix the tower. Maybe that can be step 2.
Step 1 right now, prioritizing the safety and removal of that tower. I mean, the fire giants. We can fortify afterwards when we know that we have the time.
It's possible. We just don't know if the fire giants are even going to bother retreating once they find out their kings are dead. Might set them into a frenzy.
I can assume that with any military campaign, the death of the leaders would typically result in the dissolution of ranks, at least historically.
Like I said, I don't know much about fire giants and their honorability.
And a disorganized force is much easier to deal with than an organized one.
in any event.
That's
I
a good
agree.
point.
It's also more or
My,
less the fact that without the leader, there's no one to confirm that the supply line should continue.
Another point is that if we restore these towers, this is also Ilmar's territory. We might just be helping her.
Well, I will deal with my sister, if need be. But, of my understanding, she has made herself scarce. If she wants to lay claim to this location again, she better make herself known.
She did seemingly attempt something during our takeover of Stilltide, although it wasn't directly by her.
I did read the reports from the regiments that came back. The undead were curiously empowered there. I have to say, it was a terrifying use of whatever disposal system Stilltide has. Genius at that.
We've had the unfortunateness to be in the sewer 3 times now. Wish it was 0. Alright, so if we're going to attack their forces, do we want to try to dive into one of the barrows to go after their kings, or do we want to try to get the worm to collapse the front line?
I think we ourselves, the 5 of us, probably shouldn't attempt to assault an entire encampment alone.
Well, I would assume that we just send the worm in.
They have their own worms too.
They act poorly, though. They might follow the lead of their misbehaving brethren.
It's possible, but I feel unlikely. I think our best bet is to scout the barrows first, see who we need to kill, capture a worm, use the worm as a distraction in the barrow, kill the kings, see how that affects the front line.
Both excellent plans, especially since the worms themselves are still rather stupid from what I can tell.
So, for correction, we're going to get all the way back here and send Athlon into this.
Yeah. This is like an underground base.
Yes, I'm aware of that. The other thing I'm considering is how long of a walk that's going to be.
Yeah, we might actually have to be awake for days while leading a magma worm. There.
If we were going to bring a magma worm to assault that could take a very long time to get there. That's a very long distance. In theory, well, actually, let me go check the wording on the magic. Can we teleport a magma worm?
Once it's
Really?
friendly to you,
Sure.
sure can.
I
Well,
don't believe so.
Good. Yeah. No size limit. All right.
I could teleport it once it's under my control.
Terrifying.
Yes,
So-
I'm glad there are not very many people like me.
Then we may need you to sneak in and find a place to teleport to, or Lucille.
I am terrible at sneaking around and doing most forms of espionage.
You forget that I too can teleport.
Yes, you could also
I don't-
teleport the worm. It's entirely possible.
I also don't think it's a terrible idea for both you and Lucille to scout together, considering your admitted lack of ability to spot traps.
When I brought up the hours to get in there, I was also referring to the fact that if you're going to scout this location, it could be hours of walking through an unfamiliar territory with an unfamiliar goal in an unfamiliar area.
Makes more sense why no one should go alone.
I mean, this is something that I am already used to doing.
It's also built for giants.
Yes.
Point being, they're stairs.
I've seen Athlon levitate before, right? I'm sure you're not afraid of stairs.
Oh, good.
Yeah, just
Okay,
go
I
forward.
have a potion of climbing, which will give me a climbing speed.
Because, like, I'm looking at the size chart right now and comparing it to, like, I'm pretty sure fire giants are shorter than storm giants, but still, the steps designed for a fire giant would
So
be
fucking huge.
absolutely massive. You'd be like a ratatouille trying to climb up the steps of the rest.
Oh, I'm gonna get under one of their little fucking smithing hats and I'm gonna control a giant.
I believe it. That's what scares me.
You're gonna find the Lingvini with their entire settlement. Days ago, you were the worst smith in I employ. Now you are a master.
How have you done this?
Internet?
Alright, so step one. Athlon and probably Lucille sneak in. Find the king. If they can't just kill him on their own, find a nice place for us all to teleport in with a giant worm. And then teleport back to Morinor. The rest of us all group up, capture a giant worm, and teleport in.
You say it out loud, it sounds much more insane.
And if we can teleport the worm, we probably don't need to get everyone a bunch of flying potions.
The other major contingent part of this plan is that I would have to maintain control over the worm for the entire time, which might be difficult depending on the scenario.
That is true if you're coming with us to fight a probably very powerful fire giant king. Might have to stay back.
Perhaps maybe we should try to get more intelligence first. We're making a lot of conjectures and ideas here. There might be something a lot easier than we're not thinking of.
Hey, like I said, Lucio and Athlon may just be able to kill the king.
We could do that. Also, we could try just disrupting their supply lines. They're living, they need food.
That's what the big worm's for.
Yes, but I'm just saying that there might be a simpler solution to push them back for the time being.
Alright.
Do fire giants even eat? It's not a lot of
Rocks.
things. Sure, there's no nutrition in rock.
A lot of calories. Alright. New orders. If you can't kill the king, find a good place to teleport us in, and also fuck with their supplies a little.
That should be doable.
So how do we want to get closer? Because that's a long walk. Teleporting there could lead to failure. If we have a particular landmark, I could use plane shift to get us a lot closer. Still a long walk. How specific is the wording on plane shift? 'Cause it's like if you know the destination, you can just get there.
Yeah, being very familiar with it.
Plane of existence. Says you can just specify a target destination in general terms. Okay, so it's not like I assume it's a place you've seen before, or like a general area. Like if I, for example, was on the plane of water and I wanted to enter in the city of Tanada over there to the west, I could just be like Tanada, and I would end up somewhere there.
Mm-hmm.
So we'd end up here. That'd be really easy.
Just suddenly flashbang art. Oh!
Because I don't know how much walking we really particularly have time to be doing, considering we're trying to be in charge of a lot of things right now.
Even small inconveniences would drive them to be more defensive.
That's why I mentioned disrupting the supply lines. We might want to try something first. My point is just that we don't have time forever to be traipsing around and waiting. Especially with the mountain approaching, we shouldn't be killing too much time.
I'm back. On that note, we could send Lucille to a different one to do the same thing at the same time.
An espionage or a sabotage?
Probably hearing the word split the party. No! No!
Look, I think it'd be safer if you both work together, but you both work good alone.
This is true. It'll save us time.
I'm quite confident in both of you.
And then Wembley can stay here and hunt every married woman in a 500-mile radius.
They're elf.
Okay, if you insist.
I hear that the third outpost is only inhabited by married fire giant women.
Ah, the breeding pits.
Wait, you look at Wembley's already gone.
It's like in a cartoon. His hat's just floating in the air.
There's the cloud outprint of him there.
Cloud
His
dust.
hand reaches back comically far to grab his hat.
He's gone.
That's all, folks. Da, 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 da.
Sire,
How do we want to actually get closer?
have some of the men teleport you closer to the edges, but up to your discretion at that point.
How far can we see in this universe? I assume not very far.
It's pretty normal sight, unless you get like a spyglass.
Realistically, the horizon is at most like 40 kilometers away.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was asking that. Also, we had some
Oh, this planet is big though, so there's less curvature. So maybe like
even if you double that, it's still not very far. It's really what we need.
it's still where's the city? Like this blue circle?
Yeah, that's effectively where you guys are.
Like 20 casts of teleport where I can see. But if you go higher up, you can see further.
Well, here's my other suggestion. If we use one of the forward operating posts, we could probably get materials from inside, although we'd still be blindly teleporting into the interior, which would probably also just be a terrible idea.
I think we don't need to be super concerned about it taking a couple days to get there, because this giant fucking mountain is not traveling at warp speed. It's probably slower than us.
Actively
It's
chewing
the
up
only
the
one that's
landscape.
Every turn, it's gaining speed.
That would be the most horrifying shit in existence.
Watching through a spyglass, and it's just like,
The fucking engine of doom as it starts to stomp across the continent and then across the world.
It's like that SCP where if you see even a pixel of it in an image, it comes to kill you. It just gets faster and faster and faster.
because that's 600 miles from center to here. I assume the city is like here-ish.
Yeah.
I think it's the blue circle specifically.
That is right. It is the most surplus.
All right. So assuming we're relatively close to center, that is a long amount of time. We cannot move that fast per day. I'm trying to come up with what we can do to speed this up, and it don't really seem like there is anything other than just teleporting. Yeah, we teleported to there. It's in theory closer. Not by a lot.
What this calls for?
A
I'm
gun.
gonna go crack open a meat. Whoa, actually, that's fucking awesome!
Hell yeah!
You have entered my lair, the barrows of my molten kingdom. Is that a fucking Glock?
Hell yeah.
Where'd you get a Smith & Wesson 500?
500?
Are those hollow points? What the fuck?
Is that legal?
40 caliber, 44 caliber Magnum revolver with your name on it.
Mac. Revolver.
How close can Nina herself get us?
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay. How close can one of your people that's been closer get us?
Right there.
That's pretty good.
But to the towers that kill us when we're within 40 miles of them?
Well, I said close. I never said it was entirely safe. Just, don't get too close to the fritzing towers.
Did the tower kill us? I thought the towers just, like, spotted you.
It does both, but
I thought it shot giga, like, death beams at anything it saw.
I'm effectively trying to deactivate some of those for newer denizens.
I might just be thinking of the ones from hell, though.
No, it definitely fires magic doom beams. That's why you guys have to
Honestly-
wait for the other one to turn off and then go up to it.
Yeah.
That makes sense, yeah, because I guess I'm just remembering wrong, because we probably were more worried about being spotted than being lasered, because if we got lasered, it was already game over, but if we got spotted, it would just be much worse.
Yeah, then you would have whole hordes of undead just watching over.
Because I'm thinking that it would be beneficial for us to arrive here, gather intelligence from this area, and then see what we want to do from there.
Well, the scouts have already scouted here. They just can't scout the cities.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you want to know about the forward bases?
Supply lines.
Heavier rats that are being carted out, the giants themselves wheel them in direction. Mostly due to the fact of the dunes, and they're still fairly quick about it. They do still have a few slaves themselves that they have been obviously making sure that they unload and do smaller work, and have been able to check out the crags, Durgar and dwarves alike. Very few sniff neblum.
Sniff what?
Rock gnomes.
Are they rock? I thought rock gnomes were. I thought they were deep gnomes. Rock gnomes are just like the gnomes, but they like tinkering slightly more, isn't that?
Yeah, I think it's deep gnomes.
Mm-hmm. She's slightly racist.
Yeah, that's fair. She is an elf.
Canonically, I have no idea what that word is you said.
Yeah, I mean,
The fuck is this? Sniff? Sniff what?
sniff nibbling.
Nip
Sniff
nibbler.
Nerf Neblin.
It's just a type of gnome.
It's
There's
a deep
types of
gnome.
gnome.
Well, yes.
All
What type is
gnomes are
Nimbus?
the same.
There's
Huh?
types of a lot of species.
Honestly, I would think they'd be closer to yours, but I understand. Kind of gestures towards Wembley.
I always knew one was a gnome.
We're comparing halflings to gnomes now, are we?
I thought the distance and height and level should.
Because we're all short.
Yeah.
Yep, alright. See how it is.
What is a ling anyway?
What is a ling?
Halfling.
That is true.
Which half?
No, it's a height thing.
Half of a ling.
Sort of half the height of the normal folk.
All right. According the I actually went and looked it up. This is the out of character statement. Halfling comes from the Scottish word hofflin, which originally referred to a youth or adolescent not yet fully grown. So basically, you're being called like a
baby.
slight retranslation of short child.
Just no baby boy.
Because it's hofflin, and you'd probably get that pronounced in modern vernacular as halfling, and then they're just basically calling you a youth or an adolescent.
People see my height and they think I'm not done growing, and then they see my face and they go, "Oh,
Oh, space kept going.
Did your mother drink while she was having you? You got a face
child
like
looks like an old man," is what they say.
See what they mean.
Did we just want to get closer and then walk across the desert again?
Looks at Wembley's
Yes.
PTSD.
It's been a while since we had a good walk from one place to another.
I also think that if we're trying to save time, we should probably split up.
I could also, instead of doing that, I could get us to at least here on the map.
Slightly safer journey, but still just as far.
Yes, well, it might also... Also, I can't really control where we're going to end up when I do that. I can just guarantee we will end up there.
Remind me what the orange ones are.
They're forward
They're the
outposts.
forward giant pieces with like
Okay, so we
armies,
really want these.
armies of giants. Yeah,
Yeah,
these are the
these-
cities.
The
I think if we go kill the fucking king, cause some trouble in the city, these guys will probably go home.
Yeah.
I don't think we
Sounds-
really need to fuck with the armies.
No.
And because it's going to take days of travel, I think one person who can teleport should go to this one. One person who can teleport should go to this one.
Or
Maybe
actually-
even one person who should teleport should go to this one. So that we can do all the scouting.
Surely these all go to the same place, though.
I don't. There's 3 different kings. If they all go to the same place, why are there 3 multiple kings?
Are there 3 Barrow Kings, Nina, or are there more?
As far as we understand, there are 3. They each carry their own band.
Are you telling me 3 separate fire giants have 3 separate small kingdoms all neighboring each other?
And they all hate Nina.
It wouldn't be hard to assume that they were probably fighting each other underground before they realized we were back and decided to all come at us and kill us.
Racism unites people.
Just the 2 muscular hands clasping. Racism, prejudice.
With 3 muscular kings flexing in the mountain.
Sadly, there aren't 6 of us, so that each of us can take a teleport woman and a strong.
Designated
Yeah.
teleport woman. Sorry, let me just get in my cosplay real quick.
Yeah, please put on your
Okay.
makeup for us. Put on the traditional dress of our profession.
Well,
My
somebody
sword.
can take feed with them.
Geed. Also, the Azur already has a robot.
I'm assuming that I'm probably going to leave Wrench here because if I'm going by myself, I'm just going to fly over there. I'm not going to land on the ground and like walk.
Yeah, that's what like. That was my thoughts exactly. You were like, "We're gonna walk there." I was like, "Well, I can fly this. If I go with someone else who can fly, then it'll be way faster."
Yeah, and I'm going to be sleeping in my mansion. I'm not going to be sleeping outside. Some kind of a peasant.
So if we split up, both Lucille and Annette can scout a city each. Azure can go to the entrance of the other city, not scout it because you'll probably get fucking captured or some shit.
I don't think they could capture me. I'm pretty sure I could kill whoever found me, but you know, I'd probably raise the alarm killing them.
Yeah. When everyone's finished scouting, we say, "Yep, finish scouting. Teleport back to Morinor," and then we group up and attack the cities one by one. After getting a spot to teleport to directly.
How far can we fly in one day? So assuming you have 60-foot fly speed, flying apparently doesn't tire you out at all, according to Josh, so... We were able to travel like 140 miles per day in the car. I feel like that was the number that was given to us.
Let's just say 500 miles a day.
It should stay on the quad wagon itself.
I mean, there's the speed of 70. I don't see a overtime distance traveled thing noted.
The Google.
There's probably one for horses, and you probably just used that. With, you know, I like the air quality fresh on the quad wagon. I assume that's mean because it's open top.
Fresh air. That way the swords falling from the sky can kill you.
Right.
If I recall, it was 365 miles for each travel because they're not horses and they can go more consistently.
Yeah, as the crow flies, you know.
So that's for me, for example, that'd be like a 3 days flight to get to here.
Mm-hmm. Keeping up flight for the entire time of, the whole day.
Well, I literally have a magic item that's giving me flight. I don't have to turn it on.
That's true.
Like, so it's zero effort for me to fly.
Just picture, like, as you're going to sleep while flying.
I don't think I'm going to be quite that relaxed flying through this place. I feel like something bad's going to happen to me at any moment.
You fly too low to the ground and giant worm eats you.
There's no way I'm flying. I'm flying probably like at cloud level.
It's just that fucking point where, like, you're not paying attention, you're asleep, slap right into the side of a storm giant castle, like, what the fuck?
A second one? What are the odds?
How many of these did you fucking build?
You piece of shit. So it'd be about 3 days for me to get from here to this one.
Josh, if I was carrying someone while flying, would that slow me down?
So long as it doesn't outweigh your carrying capacity.
God, that would kill your arms
Okay.
carrying somebody for like 12 hours.
And I think I should probably go with Athlon then, considering Athlon can't fly and I could just carry him the whole time.
See, no, he's
You and I
just
have-
had
you and I have
practice,
done-
and he would have
you and I
to
worked
fly
together
backwards.
before. We did something similar when we went to the pirate island. It's fine. We worked together well.
It definitely didn't go really fucking weird when you
I got eaten and then had to teleport out of them like, eh.
the fucking fat bitch pirate who swallowed you.
Come on,
Look,
do it again.
My first idea was that I go with Lucille because we can both fly, so it'll be really fast. But then I was like, wait, you can't fly, so you're just gonna get eaten by a fucking sandworm or some shit. Alright, so I'll take Annette, and we'll go to the most left one.
That way, Wembley's going to go ground surfing towards the middle one.
So that's 2.
Oh, don't go all volunteering all at once.
I wasn't paying attention. What are we volunteering for?
No, but me and you are the only ones who've chosen where they're going.
I chose. I said I was going to this one.
Oh, okay. That's the one I picked, though.
Well,
I
I'm
didn't see that.
basically only moral support in this operation. I can't fly or teleport or anything.
All right,
Monkey
gang.
carrot. You're little.
Let's split up. Wembley, you go with Saren. I'll go with Azure and Lucille to the
What is FBI open up? FBI open up?
No.
Is yours like it's 17 at this point?
No, yours like 16, I think.
Oh, I thought you started at
Come on.
16. It's
Oh,
been
yeah.
like 9 months
That's
since the
even
campaign
worse.
Yeah.
started.
Look, I gave your dad a camel. You're mine now.
Oh my god!
Goddamn desert customs.
I'll go check this one out, and I'll take a moment to transform myself into a Freedy with the crown.
It's an Afridi, get
Oh,
out!
Ah, fuck.
I'll just pose as a inspector or something.
Wait, don't actually. That gives me a really good idea. One sec. Because I
Hey, let's
haven't
just
thought
let
of
out
this.
the Sultana and tell her to tell him to go home.
Monsters.
The Fire Giant King Inspector have come to Inspector King. See if he's
Yeah.
up to code.
Yeah,
I
could
love-
he
I love
could he
the
please
idea.
bear
Gotta
his
make
neck
sure
for
it's up to code.
inspection?
Oh yeah, he's right over here.
I love that the idea that you've transformed into this big fire giant, but I'm still looking you in the eyes where your eyes would be. Because I can discern your true form.
Challenge
you-
range.
Why are you looking at my fire giant cock?
No
That's
reason.
where your eyes meant to be. Fuck, shut up.
You can't stop me, motherfucker.
All right, my really good idea ended up being completely pointless. I remember that I had shape change, and I was like, "Can I turn into an animal that goes really fast?" And no, not really. I think 60-foot flying speed is pretty up there, and it's only for an hour for a 9th level spell. I don't think I'm gonna get much better.
Someone forever.
Forever. Forever.
Also, I'm pretty sure I have to have seen the creature because my immediate idea was Phoenix. Phoenix is an 120 fly speed. That would be insanely good.
Oh yeah, I remember. I just saw this legendary creature.
About a rock. Can you turn into a rock?
Rocks can't move, you idiot.
ROC, you son of a bitch.
Fucking idiot.
You fucking moron.
Fuck you.
Want to turn into a rock?
Your brain's a wreck.
Do I keep spellcasting while shape changed? I don't think so.
No. You don't have the hands or the capable how of being able to do somatic and all that.
Nope, new shape change. If you have the spellcasting feature, you retain it too.
Oh!
Oh, nice.
It very specifically says it in plain English.
Very nice.
Plain Spanish.
Plain
Spanglish.
Espanol.
El have spellcastingo.
Spatango.
Muy bueno.
See.
Now that is the other question though, is that have I ever seen a phoenix? And I feel like the answer is obviously no.
Have I ever seen the one of a kind?
Have you ever
Legendary
seen
bird?
a legendary bird of rebirth in the Firelands where everything is fire?
Yeah,
I
now
can
you've
believe
even
that.
seen a rock.
Really? Oh, okay. You meant that rock. I
Yeah.
thought you were saying like an earth elemental, and I was like, bro, what's wrong with you? Stop mentioning earth
Man.
elementals.
We just made this joke.
Yeah, and
At the same fucking point in time, if you were to ever see a phoenix, I'm sorry to say, you're in the wrong fucking side of the continent from where you're from.
Oh.
Because anything like that would still be in the wildfires around here.
I think Ruby Fortress would make more sense.
Think that thing's gonna live there, imprisoned, the Ruby Fortress, with a shitload of dragons who will probably eat it like KFC?
Probably.
Yeah. There's infinite KFC right there. It's
Oh my
like what
God.
Telrath's fate was, the KFC printer.
No! Ah!
What is my purpose? You are harvested for fried chicken.
No!
Kentucky Fried Children.
Kentucky Fried Chicken. Dude. Profits.
Pick a team, Wembley.
Who are you getting carried by?
I'm not carrying anybody.
What are my
Oh.
options?
I guess it's just Lucille. It's Lucille or stay home, I guess.
Fuck.
I
I'll,
can't carry you. I'm way too weak.
I'll investigate the ancient elven bedrooms. See ya.
That checks out.
Good luck.
I
Nina,
heavily dislike that I've decided to come along and now I'm stuck flying through the air for 3 days.
fucking
so.
slides into the room with Wembley, T-posing him into the corner.
What?
Oh!
Wembley, what is your experience in treating third-degree burns?
But all you have to do is get to the entrance, pick up a rock, and then go home.
Yes, but it's going to be a very boring 3 days, so I'm simply lamenting my fate.
Yep. Lucille and Athlon, if you
Yep.
think you can assassinate the king on your own, go for it. If not, find a good spot where we can teleport in a worm. Go!
Yeah, I don't think my presence is going to help any, so I would just might stay here.
Yeah, I feel like you swimming under the earth might get you eaten really quick.
Yeah.
I wouldn't try it. What is a Nitrosanta Ciota? Oh, it can fly. That's cool.
I don't even know what the fuck you just said.
It's just some specific Fey dude. So let's see. So regular gold dragon. Can new gold dragons? New dragons don't get changed shape anymore. That's cringe.
Depends on what one.
You genuinely have to be like a named character dragon to do that.
Usually, it pertains specifically to metallic dragons.
The gold dragon can't do it. That's an adult.
It's probably ancient.
It's really cool.
They made dragons way less magical in 5e.
It's called Dungeons and Dragons. The dragons should be magical.
Yeah, but they just made them physical, scary T-Rexes. Like, I remember talking with this about Luke. I was like, yeah, dragons are naturally super magical. And he was like, what? The fuck are you talking about? It's like, almost every dragon is like a 20th level sorcerer. And he's like, you're joking.
None of them have spellcasting in this sketch.
Yeah. That's like a 5e only thing.
Yeah. I mean that is the way it's
In
supposed
lore, like, every dragon is the best sorcerer in the world.
Well,
Yeah, in
otherwise,
the-
it would just be a
in,
giant bird with wings.
In D&D modules, whenever there's a fucking named dragon, they seem to have spellcasting, yeah.
Like, one of the most notorious dragons ever, Charted Vitriol, I think is its name, is a ancient white dragon who just has like 50 floating wands around her
What the
that just
fuck?
shoot at people. So
What
she
the
gets like
fuck?
20 actions a time. See, Notorious had killed like 10 other white dragons in a fight on her own.
Well, yeah, you have like that your Krea's technique from Knights of the Republic, and you have wands shooting public disintegrate every
Mhm.
turn.
That's some insane shit.
Yeah, even an ancient gold dragon can't do it anymore. The only gold dragon that can is a gold great worm from Fizbane's Treasury of Dragons, which is a CR 28 creature.
Man, fuck that.
Yeah, that's good.
We do what we want.
Fucking Fizzbane.
Ancient Silver Dragon can't do it either.
Yeah, 5e cringe. Anyway,
Yes.
we
Yeah.
move.
All right.
3 days of travel later.
Flying like Harry Potter through the air, just.
Also, for the groups traveling for my amusement, go ahead and roll me 3D.
I also specifically tie the staff to my hand to avoid it accidentally falling out of my hand and into the desert to be lost forever.
No, my staff!
Listen,
It falls out-
this
it
staff is
falls on the
extremely
ground.
important.
That invisible skeleton was following you the whole time. He just picks it up.
Just jumps back into the lava like never to be seen again.
Well, you could try that, but I'd immediately cast Time Stop and just drop it and kill you. Like, you're losing that fight.
No!
Time Stop. Silent image cage around the both of us, and then a fist fight to the death. Anyways, are we all rolling 3D100?
Yes, those who are traveling separate.
Okay.
One person from each group.
There's mine.
Oh, alrighty. Who are the shenanigans?
I guess I have keen mind. I remember everything I've read, so I can just mentally catalog that while I fly. Just,
That's so fucking funny. Alright. On the first day, as you're making your travels away from the tower and everything else, I would like you to make a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw as a warm and welcoming breeze washes over you.
DC 15, is this a magical effect?
Yes, it is. Alrighty. You will not go to hug the nearest person that you see within range.
Oh my god. I go hugging undead.
Hey, there's somebody near.
Hi, my name's Goku.
No, no! Heard you were pretty strong with that wand.
No.
No, Goku. Don't make me do this. Also,
the Prowler theme, just boom.
go ahead and roll me 3D100 for you, Wembley, if you like, for the carousing.
Okay.
Don't do it, you're gonna get arrested.
Yeah, probably.
They can't arrest him, he's the Thane.
He's the Thane, the Jarl of Whitestone. As we will also finish up this yours real quick first. Okay, so as you were traveling, there is a huge flock of birds that takes note of you as you're.
How big? What are these birds? Like, what are they?
For that you would. They're not phoenixes. You would know that these are ash vultures.
That sounds really bad.
It pretty much is, because they are the size of small dogs.
So I have flying small dogs.
So as they're going to fly by and, basically collide with you, go ahead and roll me a dex saving throw.
Can I just dimension door through them?
Yes, you can.
I'll just do that. I'm using my spell slots for nothing else. I'm not going to risk eating a bird.
Excellent. You will not be clawed and pooped on by ash vultures. Christ. I could not imagine being a wizard, flying 3 days straight, arriving there covered in bird shit and just robes tattered from them attacking you.
That does sound horrific.
Alrighty. Go ahead and roll me a d4 for the third one.
Alright. T4.
Alrighty. On the third day, as you are nearing, a wonderful fucking ash storm is going to be kicking up, roiling it very high. Effectively, you would have to stay in full height for a time on the third day, or effectively be washed over and swallowed by the embers and the ash storms that you've had to avoid so much in the early days.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go up and wait it out. I'm not dealing with that.
Alrighty.
I don't have any real clever way to get out of that, so.
And then for Wimbledon, as you are chilling amongst the elves. In the first day, you would come to recognize that there are some troublesome trysts going on in town. With it coming to light, obviously with people trying to still live a normal life, there is quite the cacophonous amount of noise that you get to listen to of someone having a multiple open relationship and it going completely awry.
Ooh, gossip.
As far as you can tell and understand from the situation, it seems that this man's wife is going to be leaving him for another one.
Woof.
The second day, especially with the 98, you end up actually being able to take advantage of the town itself as well as the curious situation that you have found yourself in. Go ahead and roll me a D8 real quick.
Going to jail, am I?
No.
1d8 years jail time.
1d8 jail time. All right. That number 3. Yeah, I would give it to you on that one, especially since you got that on that roll. Effectively, through a wonderful bout of carousing and gambling, especially being able to take advantage of some of those who are not as stoic as you for your prowess in gambling. Good old fighter dice.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. You would actually have your choice. Yeah, there. Of a wand of lightning bolts or a wand of paralysis.
Ooh. I'll take the wand of paralysis. I remember having a great time with that fitness proud of me.
Well, you can definitely add a wand of paralysis to your inventory that you have won through gambling.
Handy.
For 36. Alrighty. Alright. Go ahead and roll me 1d10.
That's my little.
You win 2 platinums worth in a food eating competition that goes on in the farm sections of the land.
Nice.
A wonderful, very beneficial 3 days for Wembley, just relaxing with the elf, like, yeah, this is not bad. You know, curious little tea spillage on the tryst that was going on. get into water paralysis, and then, you know, a little pie eating competition. It's going really well.
Having a great time. I wonder how the people flying through the desert are
Yeah.
doing right now.
Ash storms, knives, fucking vultures trying to shit on you. Let's see. For Sarah,
Go on, Jesse. Roll 3D 100 for us.
Yeah, Jester.
I would love to do that. / 3D 100. 36, 81, 85.
36, 185. Alright. So, first day. Goddamn, the title of this already fantastic. Negative thunderstorm.
Oh, and we're flying.
Yeah. The skies darken with waves of purple energy and crackle across the sky. The color seems to fade. There is a shrill screaming noise that gets louder and louder for several seconds until blasts of supernatural darkness and skull-shaped clouds shoot up from the ground. Oh boy, I need you both to go ahead and just roll me dexterity saving throws, DC 16.
Why are they skull shaped?
Are you for fucking real? Fuck you,
Sure.
I'm using a fucking...
I am carrying. So.
I am using my impending misfortune to add 10 to that. Fuck you!
All right. You will not be struck by the magic muting skulls and not be absolutely fucked by negative energy for the next 2d6 hours. So you survived today. And then the next day, and the next day. The next day, 81. Let's get Gucci with it. Oh my god, that it. So, hell flatulence. Sulfurous gas gusts from the cracks and crags of the volcanic area, carrying a thick, nasty taste on the air with no discernible source. For the entire day, you count as having the poison condition from how bad the noxious gas is. I love how, like, Azurus was kind of like so-so, and then we go over to the fucking SA squad, and it's just
You did have me roll for it. So
Yeah.
it sets you there.
absolutely the worst shit possible thus far.
Mine was pretty fine. I had two manageable things, then some birds that I just avoided. Is 85 also fart?
Oh, no. They each have their own individual piece.
Oh, there's no range. It's just all 100 is a different one. Wow.
Yeah, 100 different effects. All right, on the third day, you finally get a picturesque sky. All the creatures bathed in the light at sunrise and sunset are decorated with a beautiful pinkish-orange glow that gives you a bonus added of 1d10 temporary hit points for how beautiful and scenic it is.
Oh, is this the day where we arrive at the base?
Yes, it is.
How convenient.
D10. 3.
Oh, punished by Fart Club. So, on the third days of happening, Azir,
Yes.
you do see effectively where the barrow would go into the mountain itself. Very quickly recognize that the doorways that have been inset have been inlaid with heavy dark iron. And the entrance is there. But the outside itself, as far as you can tell, is held by giant black iron doors.
No, like obvious guards. It's just really big doors.
Really big doors, you know that you would probably not have the strength to move physically with your arms, but telekinesis-wise, maybe, if they're unlocked. And you do see that effectively they do have the window hatch that would open.
What you're saying right now is that sounds like the coolest casting of knock that could possibly exist.
Yeah, pretty much.
That is such a big door to cast knock on. Oh my god.
It's
That probably sounds
basically
like
a
an
large
earthquake.
double door where it's like, you know, two fire giants were walking side by side. They would be able to walk out together at the same time comfortably.
So it's like a 12 or 14 foot tall door.
Way bigger than that.
Okay.
Like
18
hill
foot tall
giants
door.
are like 14 foot tall. Fire giants are like 18 to 20 feet tall, and they are walking out comfortably, which means that is
So 25 to 30.
yeah. But there are plenty of rocks to pick from outside.
I will cast invisibility on myself before I descend down, and I will pick a nice rock from nearby.
Alrighty. Up with that. You would take note that there does seem to still be proof and trail of maybe what was slave labor that had initially been built around here. Smaller marks of pickwork and others that had carved out the mountainside before the giants had inlaid the doors.
Also, it's like just work marks from people that aren't fire giant size, probably.
Yeah, humanoid size. But this, excuse me, this emblem for the fire giants in this section that you would see that had been emblazoned upon the door would be that of what seems to be a massive black iron smithing hammer that is crushing down on what looks like raw ore.
Hammer on rock.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll take note of the symbol to recreate it later. I'll grab my rock, and then I will teleport back
All right.
to Moranor, and I will do sending to Saren. I got the rock. I arrived at the door. I'm back in Moranor.
Roger, Roger.
Roger. Oh. So, Coronet, sir, you would see that the door and burrow that you had been informed of is well protected. It's not a magnificent double doors that seem to seal off the entirety entrance of the tunnel itself, but a massive spiked barricade with black iron plating spreading out further and further, with a grand hall that seems to enter into the mountainside itself at a steep decline. As far as you can tell, it also looks like they had managed to make the equivalent of, I don't want to say a gauntlet. It's like the elevator, but train style, with bringing up supplies and
Oh, yeah.
soldiers.
There's like angled elevators.
Mm-hmm. As far as you can tell, it seems to be effectively run and kept by slave labor of various dwarves and Duragar.
That looks like an opportunity to create some disruption at some point.
How often is it being used? Like,
As far as you can tell, especially with the amount of smoke, it was probably in near constant use right now, especially for the fact that this front area of the main barrow itself clearly has what seems to be staged supplies awaiting to be basically taken and transported to the forward base camp. For what you see there initially is what seems to be 4 carts worth, as far as you can tell, of supplies that have been loaded up onto the main staging platform here, and what seems to be 6 fire giants in guard over the supplies themselves, and one taskmaster who seems to be watching over the various Duragar as well as dwarves maintaining the machinery.
Well, it's probably best if we land somewhere a little far away, and then you sneak your way onto that platform.
Seems doable.
I'm not very sneaky, so I'll stay out here, probably a couple 100 feet in the air, and I'll try to spot you when you come out.
Alright. I'll do what I can.
Do you know sending?
I do. I can message you if anything happens. Or if I discover anything. Or if something goes
Alright.
wrong.
Yes. I can probably take a few fire giants, but that's not why we're here.
Yeah. Alright. Take a bit of extra precaution as well. Once we touch down, I will cast invisibility on myself. Boing.
Alright.
And I'm genuinely just gonna fly a couple 100 feet above the entrance to the cave.
You
Because
flap your
if they
arms
see
so
me,
you
I
can
genuinely, if they see me, I genuinely think they won't be able to do anything about me anyways.
He'll start flying up to you like, oh shit!
So, as you start moving in, I assume you're not making yourself like predominantly known for your Saren. If they see you kind of shit.
Well, I probably should have. We probably should have talked about this before splitting up. But do you want me to make a distraction, or do you think you could just stealth in?
I won't need one.
Yeah, that's what I thought. No, I'm not trying to be spotted, but I'm not being very stealthy. I'm genuinely just staying within the range that I would probably be able to notice someone leaving, like that I'd be able to spot and that going in. But to be fair, you're invisible, so I didn't fucking know.
Yeah.
Okay, just high enough to see if I see the fucking giants like start panicking and like it looks like they've spotted someone.
Alright. With that, you keep watch, sir. And then, Annette, go ahead and roll me your stealth as you get the chance to start trying to move on in between the black iron platforms as well as the massive amount of movement that seems to be going around.
Yes, my lord.
Oh, good lord.
I am infiltration.
With that, you very quickly move in and are able to very easily make your way past the various amounts of slaves who are already effectively distracted by their tasks already at hand. The giants themselves don't even fucking dream of hearing you at this point, especially between them walking on metal. So the heavy metal clanging that's constantly going on easily covers your tracks as you get up to effectively the slow-moving platform and train that is constantly shipping supplies up and down. You would see that the one that has recently left is probably 200 feet down and still slow-moving, and what seems to have another fire giant who is effectively maintaining the valves and other pieces on the main machinery itself, as a number of other Duragar are seemingly coming back out of the track works themselves and greasing it back up for another pass.
Damn. Me next.
But as far as you could tell, aside from that, there seems to be the multiple slots of where the Duragar and others hide, almost like slave burrows in these halls going down this machinery. But that, for each one who is responsible for greasing the track, you can tell there seems to be, at least for those who have come out, 3 to 4, just to make sure that it's set and ready.
Yeah.
But further on down, would you be following the train itself, or would you just rush to catch up and hang on to the track system itself as it's making its way down?
I don't think I want to rush. I've got time. I've got an hour before my invisibility runs out, and even then, I'm still pretty sneaky as is. I will follow the track, but I will not be rushing to try and grab onto it. Just taking my time, making sure my steps are paced so I don't make too much noise.
With that, you're able to make your way down. Go ahead and roll me an acrobatics, just because between all the various gear work in here, you can tell there's footing for the Durgar and dwarves who are there on the sides.
Yeah, I want to use my new heroic inspiration for that.
Absolutely fair.
Way better.
So you will not be caught up in some of the gears that wind the footwork. You realize how they are stuttered, but then you also find that briefly you almost catch your foot initially, but thankfully you're able to slide free and continue going down. Almost like angled steps. You could tell that if you were to slip here and start falling, there's a risk of you catching up to the tram work itself and getting rolled in the gears, or partially just getting bruise punctured by gears falling all the way down what is effectively like a tooth track going up and down this like slant.
Yeah.
With that, it does start to inevitably reach a hotter and hotter point.
No.
As you are heading down, it's about 30 minutes down into the tunnel works themselves that you see something terrifying but still magnificent to behold. Using the natural lighting of the magma flow itself, you can tell that they have managed to make some tempered glass that could withstand the heat of volcanic rocks that are still in magma form.
Okay.
You actually get to see the inner flows of the deep Earth's magma flow, as well as what seems to be, curiously, creatures living within the lava flow itself, partially explaining of how some of the fire giants have lived with food on the question of your mind.
Cultivating.
Exactly. After 40 minutes, the tram finally comes to a stop, and you're able to get a moment to see the major platform. It looks to be designed entirely for war. The whole tram itself, obviously, more freshly made, but there's still supplies, people, soldiers on watch. This being what looks to be a major entrance leading deeper into the rock itself, especially for the fact that you are already going further and further down. It is very difficult to discern how deep you already are beneath the earth, and especially beneath magma flow. As you look and see that the doors are still open, you can see the guards that have been posted up, still keeping watch. Others that are still dragging out supplies and making sure that they are ready and able. And deeper within, you very quickly realize the very haunting truth that these fire giants have been here, maybe as long as the dwarves of Tharnodar. As beyond that, you see a massive black iron city that has been probably hidden for years, just due to the fact that nobody in the Siltways wanted to continue to contest the magma flows at the southern end. That you do realize that the doors are large enough if you wanted to slip by, especially with the 15 minutes, or if you wanted to grab one of the few things that is not entirely metal here. There are still a few outcroppings of rocks, especially near the tram system itself. But then there is also a few other boxes and crates, things that have metal within them, supplies themselves, bandages, food, other containers that look to be like fresh grease buckets and barrels that would be handed out towards the other dwarves who maintain the tram that you just basically raced the walkway from. It also does come to your mind that if you were to try and climb the tramway and outpace the train tram itself, it's very likely that it would inevitably catch up to you just for how long you were walking downward, but traveling upward would be more difficult, and you would just be pasted by the gears themselves.
I don't think I really want to try to grab any of the basic looking equipment that I see around. I do want to try to head for the door.
Go ahead and give me one more stealth, as you can tell that their guards are still actively keeping watch, even though you would assume that they would be more relaxed, especially during a time of war. They still seem to be on a much higher alert.
Alright. 36.
36. I don't even need to worry about finding that. Jesus Christ. With that, you can tell, especially with the guards that have been posted, heavy black iron adorns them along the shields, but also looks to be terrifying. You assume what looks almost like malls made entirely that of magma rock itself. It seems almost that they've been able to capture some essence of the earth as well as the black iron and suffuse it to where the heat and lava has still been retained within the weaponry they carry. But entering in to this grandiose city of black iron, you very quickly see the beautiful banners and what seems to be a full carved statue, initially of stone, but then with black iron armor shaped around her. And very distinctly, you quickly realize that they are not ruled by a king, but a queen.
Oh.
You could see what seems to be in the banner for her designate and heraldry. What looks like a fire giant had reached down into a lava flow, and from the looks of the artistry, a sword being raised straight out of the lava itself. For that, as you are looking around, which way would you want to make your way? There are some sections that you could tell very easily. One that looks to be more maybe the slave quarter that has been the responsibility of maintaining smaller sections of the city and cleaning it. Others that look to be residents of the fire giants themselves, who are smiths and making great works. Others that look to be heading towards a semi-respectable, what seems to be throne room as far as you can tell, with stairs leading up towards what would be the assumed home of this queen.
Let's try to get an eye on the queen first, I think.
Alright. As you are heading towards there, especially your 36, getting past the massive statue itself, in which you would see the plaque written in giant. I am not sure if you are able to read giant or not.
Let me have a look. I cannot, and I don't believe I have anything that helps me read those things, so...
Fair. You would definitely see that there is a plaque. It is written in giant. Unsure of what it says, you quickly start making your way towards this very viciously dressed fire giant woman queen. You could tell, especially with the magma flow silhouetting behind her, that it is a looming presence within the homestead here, but still a respected one. You make yourself still scarce, but encroaching upon the throne room. Very quickly find that there are some concerns. looks to be an odd mixture of magic. A couple of, as far as you can tell, fire elementals still sweep around the main entrance of the throne room itself, almost as if like patrolling guard dogs. Though soon to follow after that, you would see Durgar and a few others that are patrolling with hellhounds. Tell that obviously the throne is still extraordinarily well protected. But if you were to proceed in and if something were to be caught wind-wise or smell-wise, probably wouldn't take long to at least zero in on what room you're in.
The queen is also in here, or this is just the room where she may have resided at one point or during certain events?
Looking up the Grand Hall itself, you could tell this is probably where she lives or presides. Obviously, other fire giants can walk in here, maybe requesting to meet with her or make requests of the queen or give reports. Looking at the far end, you see what looks to be an absolutely magnificent throne of solid obsidian inlaid with various gems around the resting points. And what you could tell is probably one of the most savage looking flails you have ever fucking seen. Made of raw black iron, along with the head of the flail itself, still emanating heat equal to that of a lava core.
Damn. Not gonna get me that for Sarah.
It's fire giant sized.
Mm-hmm.
Fire giant sized in spirit.
He'll grow into it.
He'll grow.
It's
Gonna
like
keep eating these veggies.
yeah, it's like when you put a fish in a bigger fish tank, it gets bigger. Like
Of course.
if you give a fighter a big sword, his hands get bigger. You know?
Of course.
That's true.
Right, a fighter should be able to use giant-sized weapons. Great idea.
I will say, the other thing that you do see in the magnificence of this hall itself is what looks to be, you assume the queen, and what looks to be combat of various core worms, and her literally strangling one while smashing another in the face with said flail as she is clearing out what seems to be a part of the barrow itself.
Propaganda.
Pretty much.
Does sound really cool to be choking a magma worm. It's a pretty baller move.
Absolute bowler move. With great fucking caution. For sure. Is this grand hall got like pillars or something strewed throughout the room to hold the roof up or something like that?
Pretty much picture Moria with the Grand Hall.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was picturing.
Pushing all the way back with this menacing throne, still glinting with gemstones at the far back, and the flail itself resting beside it.
Yes. I would like to try and sneak between the pillars and use them to kind of break any kind of line of sight with people that might be in the room so that I can continue exploring.
Alright. Go ahead and roll me one more stealth as you make your way past the Durgar guards, as well as what seems to be very few patrolling servants. Excellent. Pushing further, you very quickly realize, especially for the grand halls themselves, it's hard to see for the illusion. The depth itself giving this more grandiose feel to where the queen would be more titanic in looks and form, and then everyone else approaching feeling smaller. You very quickly find some of the servants' doors some that would lead further in, deeper to where you could tell and hear a few boisterous noises, other servants that are talking, conversating, others that sound like maybe screams from the kitchen. You're maybe not as full as constitutional as wanting to find out what they're about to cook there. That's screaming.
Yeah, I want to see what the fuck is screaming. That sounds great.
So,
Get in the pot.
as you kind of sneak up to the wonderful decorative doors, pushing your way past as best as you can, go ahead and roll me either a flat strength, or would you like to try and squeeze under these massive doors?
Would squeezing be like acrobatics or sort
I would
of sleight of
say-
hand or something?
I would say acrobatics, because you're trying to just wiggle and nimble yourself through.
Yeah, I think acrobatics is the way for me to go. It sounds way funnier.
You're under there and someone tries to go through the door.
Scrunch!
I'm like a cockroach crawling under the door.
There's always space for you.
Thankfully, especially for it being fire giant doors, it takes a little bit. You get stuck for a moment, but you're able to wriggle your way through. Thankfully, they are more distracted by the screaming of what seems to be what you would only describe as if somebody took like a crawfish boil, but for a humanoid-sized net, and had filled it with rock gnomes who are hanging over a boiling vat of oil and herbs about to be cooked.
Oh,
And you see this massive fire giant chef happily chopping up what seems to be other questionable meats and large mushrooms to go and throw in, effectively popcorn gnome chicken. And yeah, I mean,
Fuck.
probably in a couple of minutes, once he gets all the temperature up to boil and all the seasonings that he wants in there, throwing whole bushels
You
in.
gonna watch it happen? You gonna stand by and watch them die?
you can't leave any evidence. You can't leave any evidence.
You can
I
easily
can't-
All of the gnomes yourself to prevent the evidence. from getting out.
Yeah, I would like to teleport up there, cut the rope so they fall in the boiling water fast.
Ruin his recipe.
No,
No, it's too soon. The seasonings once, aroma right. The chili oil is wrong.
Guess we're gonna be making a gnome broth then.
Just slowly reduce it. She's gonna be so sad.
You found giant Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just-
gnome brulee will make the queen happy.
Add a handful of rock gnomes, stir. You want to add in your rosemary, your thyme.
It's
Any
like the
humans,
queen,
if
the
you have
queen
them?
comes out, she's like, what is this? It's fucking raw! She looks at one of the gnomes still wriggling in the pot, screaming.
That gnome's getting away. My gnome is so raw, it's escaping.
Look at that! Disgusting!
She like cuts one open with a knife and fork. She's like, look at that! Not even cooked all the way through.
Feed
Where
it to
is
the
dark
hellhounds!
sauce?
But yeah,
Whoever making jokes about all these innocent rock gnomes.
it's like 30 rock gnomes about to be dunked in oil like popcorn chicken, like you said.
Have they been crumbed?
I mean, they look to be seasoned in something. They definitely don't have clothes on. It's just 30 naked gnomes all scrunched in a net.
Oh, boy.
fucking brutal.
I don't know what to do with this information. Honestly, don't really care that much. Helping them isn't really going to help me in any capacity, so, sorry, boys.
No, wait! Please! Please!
Looks like meat's still on the menu.
Fuck!
Looks like rock gnome has never departed the menu, boys.
Oh my god.
But yeah, you definitely see that this is the kitchen. It's been well stocked. Obviously, more than you would have ever cared to know as you see what is currently about to be cooked. But Obviously, they still have a grander larder, as far as you can tell in the far back. You can even see, hilariously enough, on a couple of chunks, what looks to be the best way you could describe of drying meats in a half mockery to your memory. Thinking of like dried, pepperoni, sausages, stuff like you would see at the butcher's. It looks to be like drying chunks of core worm meat.
Okay.
Sounds.
I feel like coming into the kitchen was a bad move.
I don't know why you're here.
Go ahead and roll me a
Oh,
perception.
you were hungry.
Perception. Alright, I can roll a perception. I've trained for this. I've trained my whole life for... Oh my god, I did train for this.
You do very quickly realize this was effectively the workers' entrance that you came through. The other directions, you could tell, leads to maybe a grand hall where they would have a banquet. And the other door, aside from obviously what would be the larder, you could tell that would probably lead to the more private quarters.
Okay, yeah, that sounds pretty good. Unfortunately, I don't have any abundance of poisons on me, or else I'd wait for the gnomes to be cooked and then just poison the fucking meal.
We're saved! What are you doing? I'm poisoning you. No! We're done!
I'm just adding an extra ingredient. But yeah, I think the private area, that seems the way to go. For me.
Alright, so as you are making your way past the fire giant who is getting prepared, with that, I assume wiggling under the door again.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Alright, give me another acrobatics, please.
Okay.
It's gonna go so wonderfully. Same
Alright.
deal.
Same thing, little bit of wiggling, a little bit of pressing, and kind of get stuck for a moment again. It's always the fucking hips.
Yep.
But as you get to the other side of the door, you hear one final scream before you hear a loud sizzle of oil. As you look and see probably the more decorative sections. You can tell that there's various rugs and tapestries. Very strange to actually see rugs effectively in these halls. Everything is covered with what seems to be well-shaped and perfected black iron craftsmanship. The halls and everything that are shaped and domed out and give it this almost mirror sheen magnificence to some of the walls. But then the rugs themselves, you could tell, are strangely silk in some sections for the tassets and others where maybe they were wool or other creatures that they had dealt for. Had to have taken years to get this place to look as magnificent as it does now. Heading down these halls, you see old armor sets, pieces from other rulers, old weaponry that looks like they have been from broken battles, obviously trophies decorating here and there from old memories, as well as what seems to be tapestries and portraits, and as well as what looks to be domed out wall portraits depicting old battles from tunnels that you didn't even know existed down here. Between that, you finally reach an intersection. One that you can tell stretches a little bit further in and deeper, with a couple more doors. One that leads left, as far as you can tell, maybe towards the dining hall that you had initially avoided. The one to the right, towards effectively what you would assume would be the back of the throne, but you can also see a couple more double doors, two on the left, and then the other hall that would have extended straight out from here towards the main throne room.
I think I'll head towards the back of the throne area.
Right. Proceeding there, and especially looking at the foot traffic areas or where people may have stopped a little bit more. It's the door that you first reach on your left. You can tell the second one maybe is less used or maybe ignored for the time. But you can tell with this very heavy laden worked iron door, the beautiful decorations that have been inset, and then the one thing that catches your eye near immediately is this marvelous looking topaz that's been inset for the doorknob. Doorknob made with the hand of a fire giant. And you realize how big that gem actually is.
Goddamn.
Very quickly, easily assumed that this would be the Queen's personal chambers.
Huh. Well, now I'm more interested. How the hell do I get in here?
Definitely locked, but clambering up to the lock itself. Could try. Be a task and a half, but
Oh, in that case, I am going to pull out of my bag a potion of climbing, and I will down that.
all right.
Gives me a climbing speed equal to my move speed, I believe. Let me double check.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it does.
It gives me advantage on athletics
Oh,
checks or something. I'm double checking now.
I don't remember the second part, but pretty sure it just gives you like
Well, the 2024
Climbing speed.
potion of climbing, because there's a 2014 and a 2024.
potion of climbing
Uh,
climbs back out of your throat and undrinks itself.
Ah!
When you drink. Climb speed equal to your speed for 1 hour. During this time, you have advantage on athletics checks to climb.
Right.
That's pretty good.
Cool. Right, so I have a climbing speed of 40 feet at the moment.
You will be able to clamber up, especially with the outcroppings for the decorative pieces. With that, the lockpicking check itself would be a 30 for this door, between masterwork and especially just for the larger size of trying to undo it.
Lockpicking, 30. Dexterity. You know what? We're gonna fucking gamba. If only I could use my sleight of hand, but it's okay. Let's give it a shot.
And also Beggy using a crowbar as a lockpick.
Damn.
So, as you start fiddling with the door, the 22, unfortunately, the tumbler starts to click downward. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Very well.
You've climbed into the lock to pick it yourself.
It's low roll hour.
Alright. The tool that you're using is gone, but your arm did not get snapped or crushed by the tumbler that you were attempting to push and shift.
Ah, good. I do not need to cast regenerate on myself.
Or prevent yourself from screaming at maximum volume.
Yeah, yeah.
With that, that's good. Let me just do a wonderful quick fucking check real quick. Yeah.
Wait a minute. It's like 5 o'clock. I could use my session reroll. There's like an hour left until we finish.
Use it up if you like.
Oh, you know what? I'll fucking give it a try. Why not? I've got nothing except everything to lose. 25, wow, 3 better!
Hell yeah. You still get close. Thankfully, you would not have your tool effectively destroyed.
Oh, thank God. See, if I could get the pieces back that I've got mending. I've just never used it.
That's
Never
true.
needed to before.
Yeah, I've never, kind of broken anything.
Alright. Count yourself fucking very lucky. As nothing happened. If you do that and then loud click echoes around.
Hmm. You know, I'm curious. Can I hear anything beyond the door?
Roll me a perception.
Ah.
It's a bit tough, because even with the screams that have been silenced, you still hear the chef working away, chopping, a couple things echoing through the halls, others that have been working effectively through the main halls of the throne itself, and even the creaking of the earth is kind of messing with your perception, especially trying to listen through a thick metal door at this point.
Hmm.
Thankfully, you're still near a lock. Trying to hear through it does at least get a little bit easier, but not with a 13, unfortunately.
Well, you know what they say. Let's go gambling. Bing, 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 bing. Now I'm gonna fucking teleport to the other side of the door.
Oh boy.
Alrighty. So, you teleport in. Allow me to make another quick check real fast. That's a nat 20, of course.
Naturally.
As you see this massive fucking woman sitting in effectively what looks to be a lounge chair in front of a bunch of various books, obviously, that she has been writing in, and what seems to be planned out war tactics. As she sits up, I will go ahead and post that shit in active games for what she looks like in her armor. Her flails by her throne, but her room is still full of fucking terrifying weapons.
Oh yes.
As you do see the wonderfully magnificent hair of fire that decorates her body.
Oh.
Along with that of the superheated armor that still is wreathed around her as she is looking around at what effectively she knows as some form of magic that just happened within her dominion.
What was that?
It's time to hide. I feel like Jack and Beanstalk right now.
B5.
Fuck is in my room.
Oh, those gnomes better not have fucking gotten out.
With that, as she stands up slowly looking around, you will see her lift up what looks to be the equivalent of a mining pick or a giant's war pick.
I was really hoping you'd say a giant-sized fly swatter.
I was really hoping you were going to say a giant can of ants. But yeah.
Giant can of
Honestly,
ants whipping.
That's a bug environment.
As she,
Shaking
like-
the bug spray like another one of those filthy dwergo got in my room.
as she looks around. Reveal yourself now. Are you a fucking elf that snuck in?
What do I do? You
See-
know, I think instead of like speaking to her, I'll cast message so she can only hear it in her head.
The mental connection. Alright, what are you gonna say?
Not an elf, just someone who had heard rumors of your beauty.
Oh, dude.
Go ahead and roll me a persuasion. It's just so fucking funny.
She's like, "What the fuck? Get out of my room!"
The first reply you meet again. Then a pervert has come to spy on me. Hoping to see a real warrior for a change, whatever you are.
pervert, no. An admirer of strength and cunning, yes.
I mean, her feet are totally out. She does not have, like, boot.
She's like looking around for me, but I'm already sucking on her toe. She doesn't know.
Probably doing a good job then.
Yeah, that's my stealth boy.
Cleans that off and realizes that she has bronze skin. Like, god damn, these feet are nasty.
These feet are nasty, but it's my solemn duty to clean every last bit of them.
I'd like to cast Modify Memory on myself simulation. Please remove that from my memory.
So, though your words are sweet, I don't see you anywhere. Nor would I know that you are a respectable foe for sneaking in here. If you were really wishing to speak with me and see the greatness that I have, you would have made yourself known to my guard and awaited an audience.
But that takes far too long, and I'm not sure if you wouldn't just crush me right then and there, as appealing as that may sound. I'm laying it on thick!
That she is gonna try and effectively sniff you out.
Going to like roll stealth or something?
Go ahead and roll me a stealth. She got a 25 thus far.
Alright.
Especially his very curious back and forth of her trying to find you, you just avoiding basically getting crushed by her as she is shuffling to where you initially showed up.
While she's distracted trying to look for me over there, am I able to try and get to where she was writing on the desk?
You would look at the desk itself 20 feet up from where you're sitting.
That's okay. I have a climbing speed.
That's true. So you just start scuttling up to find the giant war papers and quickly find the papers are not really papers, they're leathers, as far as you can tell. Equivalently of like looking at if somebody had taken coreworm hide, stretched out the thin membrane, and made maps and scrolls to write with, which is like the size of a ballroom rug practically. But you very quickly denote that her war plans show a distracting front for the elves. There are other plans, a little more haunting, that push past towards Ironbolt as well as Silkford. Very quickly realized that the giants that had been previously an issue, and especially for one of the exit tunnels, this is the ruler who's been scouting the north before this war broke out.
Okay.
That, as you take a moment to look at that, I understand that other things have been going on, and especially with the creeping elves coming back. Why would somebody with such sweet words make their way down to my chambers? Are you trying to speak for them? Are you just worried that I wouldn't be stopped if I came to the surface again?
No, my lovely beauty, I was worried you might miss a few of them.
Go ahead and roll me a deception, as you can see her eyes narrow at that.
Yes.
Good Christ.
Give me a second to turn my light on. Alright, I'm back.
What am I missing? Other than the annoying elves coming back to reclaim an old dust bowl.
Oh, the old dust bowl. Oh, the old dust bowl. I have many secrets in that little dust bowl, but you're not giving me any real trust or reason to tell you about them. I mean, I'm certain you'll get plenty of them, but if you don't get them all, they'll come back like the cockroaches they are, right?
I would assume the same about you on showing your face. If there were others that would take interest, surely enough, you would reveal yourself. If you want me to believe it, and not just want me to incinerate everything in this room. As you see her kind of slowly raising the war pick, and there's a tension to the air as everything starts to feel hotter, and you see not only the war pick itself heating up, but what looks to be the equivalent of her chest growing hotter within the furnace of her breastplate as well.
Would I be able to kind of secure any of these plans on her table?
Go ahead and give me an athletics as well as a sleight of hand.
Ugh.
Because you gotta
Athletics,
quickly
that ain't-
roll up of basically you're trying to roll up a rug and tuck it as fast as you can.
Alright, this ain't gonna end well for the athletics side of things, so... Hiya. 14, alright. Respectable given my strength. And then sleight of hand. Yeah, I'm a god.
So you quickly roll that up, and especially with the sleight of hand, I assume you're tucking that into, well, what would you tuck that? Just folding that out over, I assume, and carrying it with you.
Pretty much. I don't think this is gonna fit in one of my bags of holding.
No, it's unfortunately way too long, and like I said, even at the length
Yeah.
of rug, you would basically stick like 5 feet in there and then have like another 5 to 9 feet out at the other end.
I'm just gonna tell her some horse shit, just some absolute bullshit, and just very well. Beware the Eastern Tower. It may pose a problem. And then I'm just gonna fucking teleport out with a fucking plan.
Alrighty. As you would return back to Morinor, I assume. Or would you go back? Actually, question: where would you go? I think that's the greatest hitting question, right?
You know what? I think I'm gonna have to go somewhere much safer. But you know what? The Morinora sounds like the best option, and then I'm gonna have to fucking sending Saren like, yeah, I'm back home.
That's rough.
You're not gonna pick me up.
No, okay, yeah, no, I don't feel
You can
bad.
walk home.
Saren brought me all the way out here. I'll teleport like outside to where he dropped me.
Alrighty. As you teleport out, would you reveal yourself to Sarah? I assume.
To Saren? Yes, I will reveal myself to Saren.
Yes.
I've got like this massive thing under my fucking arm.
Yeah, Sarah, you see Athlon appear, and there's just this massive leather rug over their shoulder.
Lie down. What is that?
Those are the war plans for their assault, and many other disturbing plans for the north. Consider this the tactical knowledge we needed. And also they're being led by a queen. I had a little conversation with her.
Probably can update us all back in more, no?
Yes, I think that Nina will love to see these.
As you teleport back, as everyone
I'll
is.
teleport again. I can't teleport twice.
Oh no!
We're flying, boy.
One day of flight.
You have a 7th, 8th, and 9th level spell slot.
I guess, yeah, alright. I'll teleport us one more time.
Can't teleport twice. I can only teleport 3 times.
Yeah, that is true actually. So you didn't tell a lie.
On the third day, Wembley was rich and everyone else returned back to Morno.
Oh, hello there.
Was Lucille not scouting the other
Oh
fortress?
shit, that's right. Hold on.
I thought there was
Well,
I'm
Lucille
fine
dies.
if you want to just skip over and be like, yeah, it worked.
No,
Yeah,
no.
you successfully did
What do
it.
you mean? You need some suffering. You need a funny story.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
roll
right.
3d100.
3D100 for the traveling. My fucking.
So,
You need to get
guys
squished
flirt with
under
the
a door
queen and
like a
the
little
fire guy?
cockroach.
Yeah, and flirt with the giant queen.
Magic missile rain.
Yo, when Josh said her breasts begin to heat up, I was like, bro, wow.
Bruh.
Oh, you know, I think I'm changing sides.
He said your breast gets hot, her breast gets hotter, and I was like, damn, that's possible.
Damn.
They get bigger. What the?
Sure, here's 3D100.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Time
man.
for Lucille's travel. So, on your first day, you're flying along, and then I assume, oh god, you could fly the entire time, right, Lucille? Question mark.
I don't have permanent flight, so I am limited by my spell slots per day. But I hang on, let me double check. I did pick up the fly spell the last time we leveled up, so I have 3, 6, 8. I have 8 hours a day I can be flying.
Alrighty. So, on the first day, you would be assailed by invisible hail, but especially since you have 8 hours, you'd be able to stay above the rain clouds that have been producing the hail and avoid it entirely.
Yeah, I mean, I also would want to know how invisible. Like Athlon, I do have true sight.
That's true. So, for everyone else who would have been struck by invisible hail, you, the magically enhanced rain hail, and it's like, huh, that shit's glowing, and it's just coming down and like fucking golf ball sized hail just pelting the desert. Still sucks to be hit by.
Sure.
Oh wow. Alright. Following that, you get another shower. This one you have to avoid again, but could still be profitable if you like, as it starts literally raining droplets of gold.
Huh.
Oh, fuck.
That sounds really cool. However, I'm not interested.
Fair. As the desert will be decoratively pelted with pellets of gold.
And me, not him. On so much money.
Oh wow. God, you really got some of the most fucky shit. So, on the third day, as you are making your arrival towards the third borough, There is a curious mist that decorates the land. Go ahead and roll me a d4.
Oh. 3.
This mist carries almost like a sickly scent to it. That of like rotten eggs and more. Avoiding it as I would assume you would fly over it.
Oh yeah.
Thankfully you were flying over it, as the 3 hours of buildup that has built up over the land itself. You finally see what looks to be a gout of fire from one of the nearby geysers. And then you feel an intense eruption of heat blow you upwards skywise, as the entirety of the fog that was covering the land ignites in one rapid explosion, decimating everything you could see for hundreds of feet.
That's fucking great.
So yeah. Thank God you could fly. Otherwise, ignition definitely would have probably taken your ass a good mile in pain. But upon arriving to this burn, you would see what looks to be previous damage had been done here. Maybe somebody had initially assaulted, maybe a core worm had tried to make its way into the fire giant's barrel itself. Curiously enough, as you look at it, you realize that there is some living guards, fire giant wise, and then you realize some are fire gaunts, the ghoulish variants that you have fought before. On the emblem itself, towards the front, you see what looks to be a fire giant skull on the heraldry, ignited with flame, erupting from the skull itself. The entrance itself, though, still open. The doors are not sealed. The giants itself and the few gaunts that have been meandering around, you very quickly realize that there are a few other undead as well that seem to patrol here. Seems very strange. And very clearly that, aside from the warfare that they are enacting upon the elves, this might be an ally of Ilmar. Would you like to proceed into the wide open doors down into the tunnels?
Yeah, I'm keeping my previous story. I'm coming in as in the form of a 3D.
All right. As you do approach, the fire giant that is still alive, wreathed in its armor, would look to you. Hail, good fire lord. What brings you to this barrow?
Here under orders to conduct a routine inspection to make sure our troops are all up to par. There's been word of spies and plans from the elves to make a strike, perhaps deep behind our front lines. And I want to make sure that we are prepared to catch any intruders.
Well, follow me. I will bring you to Lord Kanzan.
Just give him a curt nod and follow along behind.
With that, you will see him pick up what looks to be effectively, at first you assume a lantern, but you very quickly realize it's somebody's soul that has been bound within a skeleton and permanently trapped in what looks to be one of the hanging crow's nests, kind of iron traps, and they have just made them into a permanent light fixture. As they carry on, leading down the darkened tunnels, you very quickly realize that there are various wraiths, souls, other giants that are still shaping metal that echo throughout the tunnels. These barrows are crude, some that look to be sickly tombs, just stacked dead that have been collected, others that have been used repeatedly. See occasionally only a few sections where the living remain, eating questionable substances. As you reach the very depths of where Lord Can's domain is, the amount of rot that seems to wash over this room makes you feel sick. Realize that it's still fetid, washing through and nearly choking you to death on the just raw stench alone. You realize that he has been living like this for a very long time. As this man turns to look at you, you very quickly realize that he has crafted himself a new body. You're not even really sure you can call this a fire giant anymore. As Lord Kanzen looks down at you with curious joy. Ah, I see. Others have come to join us. The glory that's going to reshape the continent.
Certainly shall.
As you look at him, you realize that he's half merged himself with magma elementals, venting heat from his own shoulders and back. The body entirely shaped of metal, as even those ember glows reach the back of what seems to be maybe the last remnants of his skull, shaped in adamantine, and what seems to be the forge hammer that he is probably never left from his side, using to shape the dead and any other parts of himself that he sees fit. Yes, this man has completely replaced himself with steel and fire.
Pretty based, honestly.
He's turned into a war forge. We have to stop him.
And he still has a
Sounds like
glorious-ass
everyone
beard.
Hell yeah.
Damn right.
His beard is just iron filings, magnetically attached to his chin.
Pretty much that. With that, the fire giant, who has the flaming skeleton lantern. My lord, he said there were spies. I will go alert the Wraith Guard. Perfect. A pleasure, and your name, my good Fire Lord.
I, the player, don't remember any of the Afridi that we've encountered. No, I'm not in her form. I can't use the name of the Sultan.
Use her last name. John L. Hatir.
My name is Burnsman Al Hatir. Bushman.
Bushman's Al Hatir.
No, but no, I do agree. That part's a good idea. I will use her surname. But I will say my name is Cyril Al-Hatir.
So, I assume you were hoping to add wasted slaves to the collection. I can assure you my Wraith Guard will find every living scrap that's not supposed to be here.
Glad to hear it. Might I see these Wraith Guard of yours while I am here?
That you may. Do stay behind me. Life makes them hungry. Yeah, he will lead into what seems to be a curious chamber, right, wrapped with various wraiths that have been decorating the walls. Magic circles on the ground, you can tell effectively where he had fully ripped their souls from their bones and even blackened them, binding them. The circles within and everything he has set up here himself. Looking at these shadows shuffling around, go ahead and roll me either an Arcana or a Perception.
Oh, absolutely perception. Pick this really quick. Oh, I still have GM roll on. 26.
26, you're very easily able to discern there is possibly about 30 Wraith Guard in this room right now with you. You can tell that they are comprised entirely from the souls of dead fire giants. I hope they are to your liking. Hopefully, one day I'll be able to add Dinva and Magna to our ranks. Though I'd reserve them for the Death Knight's process.
Give a small chuckle here and that, and just, the troops are as commendable as expected.
Duty to check the rest that I have been shaping. There are other gaunts that I have improved. Few others that are close to my perfection.
Just nod. I would be pleased to see the rest of your work. Your craftsmanship is quite commendable. As I just give him a brief look over.
Go ahead and roll me an insight.
Insight. 19 plus 1, 20.
You can tell that it's curious. Obviously, he believes you for what you're saying. There's still an inkling of he wants to use you. You're not sure how far.
I got that feeling the moment I stepped into the room.
He's gonna turn you into a puppet.
An undead Afridi in my home? Glorious.
It's more likely than you think. Click here to scalpel.
Hot singles in your area.
No, what you mean cold singles in your area? Dig here.
No.
With that leading deeper into the forges, you would see fire giants, much like him, but in the slow, agonizing process that he had clearly gone through, adding and shaping metal to their bodies, replacing parts of bone, flesh, half-casted, and others that look to be finished. Giants reshaped entirely in the image of living metal, remolded and healed by the very essence of lava and flame, bonded into their core. You could tell it looks to be that they had taken the very essence and idea of what Betos had done with his soldiers and copied it, but keeping command of themselves. We have 15 strong finished, another 20 that will soon be anointed, as I have done myself. As he kind of smooths his fingers across his skull, you can hear that almost eerie rhythmic hum of metal on metal. I would be remiss if I did not welcome a Fire Lord into our ranks. With that, Rossi, I would like you to make either a dex saving throw or strength saving throw, as he's trying to grab the back of your neck.
Oh,
Sure, I'll go for Dex.
Excellent. It's a D. Oh, there you go. Just nailed it. With that, you feel that sudden rush of heat snap close to the back of your neck.
He fucking dies.
With that, you turn to look at this man who gives you a terrifying smile. Suppose this will have to be difficult, won't it? As he will start to pull his hammer, and you see the other giants getting the signal, starting to surround what they assume is a Fire Lord.
Alright. As they're starting to move, I want to just try casting Dominate Monster on this guy.
All right. Let's get that roll just to check, just to be sure. Oh! Absolutely. Wisdom save, correct?
Yes.
Does have advantage against magic. That is a 25.
That just saves.
That. You see that same wide grin from Kansas. Good. Sporting them. As I think that's a great spot to leave off on, as he would be readying his fucking golden forge hammer to assumedly reshape what he assumed was just an Afridi.
1v1. Let's go.
1v1. It is true. It would make sense.
Yeah, fair.
Also, I'm pretty sure fire giants are a step bigger, and I can't turn into something
Yeah.
that big.
Yeah, they
No,
are fucking
huge.
massive.
A 3D is about the limit of what I can transform to with the.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. I'm pretty sure Ilmer is like prime enemy number 2 of the fucking Ifriti.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like she wasn't there when the Ifriti were destroying more and more.
That's true. She's a fucking traitor.
Yeah, she's turned on her sister.
2 successful barrel runs. Third one about to be a throwdown between Razi and Lukanza.
Why are we listening to San Andreas noises?
We accomplished our mission. I did my job. I came back and I got awarded $10,000.
I don't think we finished the mission yet. Plus,
My leg of the mission's done. This is where I got to call on the phone, like with Lucille screaming, "I'm getting shot by the balls! Balls are lighting me up."
Hey, chill.
And you can teleport. I'm sure there's no real way you're losing that fight.
I think unless you accidentally run into like a Giga Wizard, you guys can almost escape anytime you want.
Yeah, I was thinking about the other day, I should probably have a permanent contingency on myself just in case I get caught in a situation that's really bad.
If I get held personed, cast Power Word Kill on self.
No. Well, honestly, actually, if I get held person, dimension door 500 feet into the earth. Not only can nobody follow me down there, I'm perfectly safe.
I'm safe as ever.
It happens to be us first Neblin down there, and he stabs you to death one time.
Well, the Son of Neville would have to be doing a really good job to stab me to death.
Well, you can order crit.
There's a pit of
2d4
lava down
damage.
Damn.
I appreciate
Unstoppable.
one was just like the double doors of like Nock was calling. The second was Magnificent City that also planned to attack the north already anyway. And then the third being fucking... this is shit fuck den. Alright, everything's bad here. Oh, it's worse.
No, you forgot the second one has popcorn chicken.
That's true. Second one's
They got
KFC,
fine
brother.
culinary arts.
Would have to look at those plans, but I'm wondering if there are already fire giants like in this area.
It's like Meet the Spy. It's like they've already breached our defenses. Like,
Oh, we have seen
fire
them over
giants
here
with, like,
before.
with like a mustache and like a fedora.
Way
We
early
all-
on in the campaign, there was a fire giant making his way fucking
Yep.
eastward.
Yeah, we met a fire giant
Didn't
out
we
front
kill a
of
bunch of fire
Dimspire.
giants like out here?
No, I don't think so.
Killed a bunch of Durgar.
Yeah, we definitely killed a bunch of fire giants at one point.
Yeah, I think you
somewhere
killed
over there.
3 or 4, like over here.
Yeah, it was in this area. I'm pretty sure.
But we ran into one over here, and he was just like, "Look,
So-
I'm just walking, bro."
And we were all just like, "Yeah, okay, sure, whatever." But
I
the
think
fire
he was
giants,
on
I
his way
also
to
remember
Gristide. I think
they like blockaded the road to Stilltide, and we tried to be nice to them, like, "No, we're gonna kill you and loot your bodies." I'm like, "Okay, bro."
Okay, yeah, fair.
Like we didn't even really care. We just wanted to go past them. They wanted to fight.
Run your fucking pockets.
How tall are fire giants? So, like, you said they're like 20 feet tall?
If I recall correctly. Let me double check that. No, storm giants are 30.
Yeah, I know storm giants are like the biggest ones, right?
Yeah.
They're like,
actually,
they're like
Titans
apex.
are the biggest ones.
Nobody
That is
cares
true.
about what the Titans do. This ain't Attack on Titan. Aaron Yeager is an
Okay, Aaron Yeager, we get it, bro.
Fire giants are 12 to 18 feet tall.
Okay, so it's a pretty big variance.
I could take him.
Storm giants are 23 to 29 feet tall.
That is a. Imagine being the 23-foot tall storm giant.
Dude, I would cry.
You're a full 5 feet shorter than like your biggest brother. It's just like.
Just look up on him like, haha, you get no respect.
How's the weather down there? Is it raining?
What's even more fucked up is that true, because the shorter you are, the less respect and power you have in the ordering of giants.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, look. Any giant under 26 feet tall gets no bitches.
My face when I'm 24 and 11 inches tall versus my brother who's 25 feet tall.
So what I was thinking when fucking Jesse mentioned cockroaches. I was like, would giants even know what cockroaches are? Like, they're like 0.1% of their size. Like, they would never even notice a cockroach.
Because it's like a cockroach is smaller like my big toe, and like I'm only 6 feet tall. If I was, 18 feet tall, triple
If you
my
were
size, I don't think
30
you'd really,
feet tall.
notice it.
Yeah, would you even know that ants exist?
I feel like you would never know what an ant is unless somebody gave you a book on what ants are, and you're like, oh, okay, I can't see them.
Hey, Josh,
Mm-hmm.
out of curiosity, does my sword change size with me?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey Josh, in of curiosity, if
What does that
Rosie,
mean?
because Rosie said out of curiosity, so it's in of curiosity.
Does it make any sense?
Two ends. It's the inn of curiosity.
Yes.
And the Audi.
If you split your sword into two swords, does each sword do like the half damage version, or are they both?
Half
Like,
damage.
you don't get the.
Yeah, I believe they split back into their individual forms.
Mm-hmm.
Fair.
The Dark Wizards.
Got a wizard money gang.
I can't believe these
love Kiss.
fucking robots are always up to some shit, brother.
Every time somebody turns themselves into a warforged, they're evil.
Yeah. Like, every time.
Oh, in the first campaign, Ironstrike's parents, they weren't really evil, although they probably did evil stuff before that point.
They did war crimes.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
assumed.
Can't believe you won't let me fight him now.
I need to finish
That was
preparing
messed
it.
up.
That's
It's
a-
1v1. We don't need to be here for that. Just do it sometime tomorrow. It's fine.
It's not going to be a 1v1. It's going to be like how many did you say? 14 of those dog guys?
14
Nope.
incomplete, 10 complete, fucking...
Oh.
The hunter guys.
Oh, the fuck, yeah, the
living.
Wraith Hunters.
Yeah,
No.
if you were a cool DM like me, you'd give control of those things to the rest of the players, so we have something to do.
You're right here. Kill
Yeah, right.
Rossi.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll do it. Let's go.
Everyone remember, Rosie likes casting AoE spells that trap you, so don't stare
Every-
at me.
All undead split
Metagame
up.
the shit out of it.
I don't think I've cast a spell that traps you in like 50 sessions.
That means they're just winding it up. They have AoE spells. Everybody's...
I'm just trying to remember what is the only spell Warlock's ever cast? Hunger of Hadar, the one with the tentacles that grabs you. Yep.
You're
Sure.
not fucking wrong.
I
Mike
didn't
literally
even have
cast that
that.
shit.
Isn't
Well,
Hunger of
it's-
Hadar the darkness, that acid one?
That's what I mean. The one with the tentacles that grabs you and like it restrains you and does like cold
Noodles
damage
your
or some
butt.
shit. Yeah. That's like
Wait.
the one warlock spell because it's their only good AoE spell.
Is Hunger of Hadar mostly a druid warlock only spell? That just
Yeah.
really reminded me of something.
Yeah.
Hunger of Hadar. It is literally. It is only that is warlock and shadow source and shadow and aberrant
No.
sorcerers get it. That is so funny.
Well, I mean, you know who Hadar is, right?
Warlock.
I don't.
No, he's like a fucking. He's like a Cthulhu guy.
Mm-hmm.
Hadar, also known as the Dark Hunger, was a star-like elder evil. The elder evils are like even. That's like what fucking the Pale Knight is.
Basically unkillable.
Effectively demigod.
And really hungry.
Yeah.
So Dendar the Night Serpent is an elder evil. And canonically, that's the guy who ends existence.
I cast Twitch.
I wish for it all to be unmade.
Like, it hasn't happened yet, but, like, that's, like, what is going to happen. He's the Alduin of the Forgotten Realms.
That's fucked.
Like, you can't stop him. And he's an elder evil. That's what Hadar is. So, fucking every warlock is like, please, Hadar, give me your AoE tentacle spell, because it's the only AoE attack I have.